horrible and the greed characters that was displayed by Onyendu siblings. Because the major attack that IPOB have suffered so far in this very journey, where came from, where we did not expect such attack to come from. And for this purpose, many were highly disappointed. Many gave up after they have seen the color or the real attitude of Onyendu's siblings. Millions of Biafrans were highly disappointed and discouraged. But most of us who remain strong remember that we are not here for any individual. We are here for securing the future generation of Biafrans. They took it upon themselves and said, no, either good or bad, we will sustain this very movement. And here they are today. The movement survived because the attack of Onyendu's siblings were well planned. Nigeria government stationed them in other way for millions of Biafrans to say, if the family of Onyendu could do this, that means there is no hope for what we are doing. Before him as well. When word is being released by a man whom God is using, that word may even manifest within the man's family. That's how the word of God functions. When this thing began to reign, when this reign of blackmail, trying to destroy IPOB for one purpose to another that is best known to them, I said, well, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu prophesied is right now manifesting within his own family. As I am not surprised, because this is how prophecy works. That's why I'm thanking every IPOB members, those who understand the journey of freedom, not those who came in the spirit of ignorance. Because I strongly believe that those who remain in IPOB today were people who understood the journey of freedom, that they are not here to serve any man or any woman, rather to secure national future. Because Nigeria was not designed to be developed. It was designed to continue to destroy the lives of people living there. I thank Lolo Chimezia and Igwenri, who showed concern by going there to meet with our leader. I thank them so much. They have done well, and they have taken steps as elders of that very land, which they have gone there to get some information from him, and they came out and said, look at what he told them. Despite that, those who Nigerian government have contracted to destroy this very movement, they will keep on arguing. This is what I told people. You don't analyze that very journey or that very message, in other way, try to change somebody who is pretending to be sleeping. Like I always said, it's very difficult to wake a man who pretend to be sleeping. It's more easier to wake a man who is in deep sleep. Because if I'm in this sleep, you walk into this office. Even at the opening of the door of the office, I will wake up. Because I am in a deep sleep. I will wake up. But let's assume that I'm pretending that I'm sleeping. If you like, open this office. You come into this office. You may even shout my name, Lion Man. I pretend. You say, which kind of sleep where this man they sleep? Because I am pretending. You may even hit me. I'll pretend that I'm sleeping. Then fear will catch you. You say, is this man dead? You'll be worried and start shouting. That is the issue of those which Nigeria government have contracted in this very journey. There is no amount of message you will bring out to them. As far as that message is not in line with the assignment given to them, they will twist it. This is normal. They will twist it because this is what they have to pay for. This is what they have bring themselves out for, to ensure that this thing does not have any success. But today, I can tell you that all their missions has completely failed. Because IPOB have gone beyond where they expected it to be. And that is achieved by those who understand the journey. Excuse me. By those who understand the journey. So, what I'm here to tell them, they should continue in their business of betrayal and the blackmail. The most important thing is, Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu have gotten a real message about the activities of these lawyers that are surrounding him and his siblings. And I believe the people who took that message to that place is not the people that Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu will just not believe their word. Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu has noticed and identified the major setback he is getting from this very movement. That is the most important thing. Well, before I proceed, my name remains Lion Man Leone. I heard from Obiungwa. Obiungwa is in Abia province of Biafra land. And by the special grace of Chukwu Kikabiama Primi Henile, I volunteer to serve the people of Biafra in the media space and as well as deputy coordinator, national coordinator here in South America, Brazil precisely. And we shall continue, irrespective of what we are facing. Because freedom movement is the most expensive one you can describe on this very earth. It's not cheap at all. That is why many countries choose to remain slave forever when they look the kind of price they are going to pay or the kind of stress they are going to face in order way to secure freedom. So, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom, from me from here it is good morning. Depending where you are joining this very broadcast from, I say to you good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Remember, today is Sunday. The Christians, Biafrans, when you are going to your various churches to thank and worship Chukwu Kikabiama, ensure that you put this very journey in prayer and put the land of Biafra in prayer as well. Prayer is a kind of presenting something and handing those things into the hands of the Chukwukikabiama, God of all creation, while we, the human being, do our part, while God perfect everything. So that is why we always align with God in whatever we do. Today I bring a very powerful topic today in which all of us will look into. Why I bring in this very topic is because of the northern leaders, as then said in the journal, in the newspaper, or in the media, refusing to allow the gold refinery to be stationed in Lagos, in the west. The northern elders leaders, according to the news, says that they refuse that Zamfara gold refinery should be located in west, which is the Yoruba land in Lagos, has been proposed by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the illegal president of Nigeria. Yes, some said, Lion Man, why are you addressing this man always as illegal president? Let me tell you something. You don't ever change the narrative of lies to be truth. Even if that thing is forced on you, maintain the status quo of lies, because lies has no positive impact in anything rather than negative impact. So I maintain my addressing towards Bola Ahmed Tinubu as an illegal president of Nigeria. The world knows, the European Union knows, African Union knows, United Nations knows that he is illegal. So I maintain it as far as I am concerned. Bola Ahmed Tinubu proposed to build gold refinery in Lagos to bring more income to the national treasury. But the northern leaders refuses that the gold refinery should be located in Lagos. They say the people where the gold is being located is where the refinery should be. And not only that, they said that the gold site belongs to the north. Why I bring in this very topic, many people are ignoring these powerful signals. I've seen that media has been very silent, the way they are silent about Christian genocide in Nigeria. Now they have also been silent in regards of the new development in regards of the gold site. In regards of the gold site that is being found in the north. Since the existence of gold in the northern Nigeria, the northerners, the Fulanis, have been mining the gold without bringing it to without contributing any of the income to the national treasure of Nigeria. As far as 1997, the gold in Zamfara has been discovered and they have continued to mine it. Many people don't know. When Jonathan was the president of Nigeria, Jonathan wanted to see how he's going to bring that very Zamfara gold site into national treasure. That was the genesis of Jonathan's downfall as a president. Even Obasanjo tried it, it couldn't work. That gold mine site in the north has been the benefit of the northern elders. This is what they use to fund their terrorism. This is what they have used within themselves till tomorrow. They have refused that national resources comes to the center for the benefit of everyone that is in Nigeria, since they say Nigeria is one. But why I'm bringing this very topic is to send a message to Igbo, to, let me say, Biafran politicians serving in Nigeria. When I say Biafran, the old eastern region of Nigeria, let me just put it that way, old eastern region of Nigeria, lawmakers. I think today they can see themselves as people who have failed their people. Our petroleum and the gas belong to everybody in Nigeria. But the gold in the north belong to the northerners. The Californium in the north belong to the northerners. The zinc in the north belong to the northerners. The uranium in the northern Nigeria belong to the northerners. It doesn't belong to Nigerians. Do you know why I'm saying what I'm saying? Because let us keep record and now begin to, is it not the time both the Yorubas and the Biafrans in Nigeria begin to be sincere to themselves and do away with fear, knowing fully well that what they are afraid of before is the caliphate, this northern caliphate, which the Britain handed over the virtue of Nigeria to them. But we tell the Biafrans having in Nigeria, the politicians having in Nigeria, the Biafran politicians having in Nigeria, we told them that we IPOB, we are going to dismantle the power of caliphate. We are going to cripple them. And today we have brought the report of the activities of caliphate, northern caliphate. We have brought it to the center of the world. US intelligence units knows the negative activities of this very caliphate. And the US government today can tell you how dangerous and what these people have contributed in Nigeria, because these caliphates are the people who brought in terrorism in Nigeria. In other way, to ensure that the indigenous people in Nigeria are being slaughtered and being replaced by whoever they want to replace them with. But today, I can tell you that the power of the caliphate that was 100% functioning in Nigeria today has been diffused, and I can tell you that their power is not up to 40% anymore. And the remaining 40%, we are going to dismantle it to 000. They're going to bring it down to the 000. This generation, we have come out for a very, very vital assignment. And that assignment must be achieved irrespective of any obstacle, irrespective of any challenge. We are going to achieve this very mission. It's a promise, because we are determined in this very journey, and no power on earth can stop us. If you watch the strike that took place in Sokoto State, you'll be able to know that indeed IPOB did a very powerful work. And the US Intelligence Center report also did a very powerful work. Because in the media space of Nigeria, nobody have centered Sokoto as, or get reports of Sokoto as where the terrorists, as the stronghold of the terrorists in Nigeria. So that is the place where they use as their headquarters, while they operate from Sokoto to Zamfara, other places, Bronu. That is why it seems that Sokoto is quiet, because that is their headquarters. That is where they hide their head, where they cause havoc. Finish, they come back to their headquarters to study. So they make that headquarters very calm. But unfortunately, the first strike took place at the headquarters. Then the eyes of the world and the eyes of Nigerians got open and said, what is going on in Sokoto? Unbelievable. That's to tell you that what IPOB has investigated around Nigeria, nobody else or no other group can achieve it. So, what is the contribution of the Fulanis in Nigeria? Let us treat this very topic. The contribution of Fulanis in Nigeria has always been sowing the seed of hatred among the indigenous people of Nigeria. And this method of the Fulani operational in Nigeria is what is called the colonial method of conquering the people. Let me tell you something now. In your family, if you are family of 10 or family of 6 or family of 5, if nobody is instigating, if no outsider is trying to sow seed of division within your family will be united. And when you are united, you will be able to reason positively. But when you are scattered, negativity will come in. And when negativity comes in, misunderstanding will be there. And in the action of that misunderstanding, hatred will be established. Division will be established. And when all these things is established, which means you are now separated individually. Go and get me a bunch of broom, our local material which we use to sweep. If you get bunch of broom, I want you to hold that bunch of broom like this when it is together. No matter how muscular you are, no matter how powerful you are, if you pick a bunch of broom and you want to break it like this, no matter how muscular you are, you can never break it. Not even one. We got broke. But that the same broom, bring that the same broom. This is what Fulanis have been doing in Nigeria. Bring that broom. Lose the broom. If you lose the broom, scatter it on the ground. Call a baby. I am not talking about my child person now. Call a baby of even 1 year old or a baby of 2 years old. Pick one of those brooms and hand over to that baby. And you pick one, and babies are very intelligent. Just pick one and do like this and cut the broom like this. Bam. Keep it there and tell the baby, do the same thing I did. The baby will continuously breaking those broom. Very easy. This is a baby that has no muscle. But as those brooms are scattered, the baby will, before you close your eyes and open your eyes, that baby may have even cut almost all the whole broom because it's scattered. But when that broom is together, no man on earth, no matter how powerful you are, can never cut it. This is an example of what Funanis have done in Nigeria. The same Fulani that will come and tell the Yorubas, Igbos are dangerous. The same Fulani that will go to Igbos and told them, Yorubas are betrayal. Which people brought the Yoruba attitude into center? That Yorubas are betrayers, are born betrayers. Is it not the same Fulani? Because any man who uses you for negativity and you fall for it, the man have known you better than you. If I am now, it's like when the former chief of defense, I never forget that very interview. The former chief of defense in 2024 came on air and told the world that everything about this Biafra movement is all about money, money, money. That is exactly how the man put it. The man said it. That video is still there. He said everything about Biafra movement is all about money, 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 money. There is no reality on it. Do you know why that man said that word? When that man said that word, I advise our media warrior not to debunk that very word from that chief of defense staff. Because the man said the reality, the man understand, the man made that statement through what they have discovered and what some microfew individuals that surround Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what they are after. Before that man said that thing, places where they have collected money 2022, 2023, 2024, the evidences are there. And they remember that this particular people are security of the nation. They know some part of the truth, irrespective of their character of trying to blackmail Ipob. Do you understand me? But there is always atom of, in there some certain area, there is always atom of truth. When that man said that thing, I called some of them, I said, did you hear what the chief of defense staff, the statement he made? I said the man is correct. Some of them asked me, Lion man, how did this man? I said the man is 100% correct. I said because this very Biafra movement, even before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, before they deceived him and they lured him into Kenya, I said the same people who has been on money, these are the same people Nigeria government used to advise him wrongly to go to Kenya. And right from the genesis of this very movement, even the time they are praising the movement, they are praising it based on what they are benefiting from the movement. Based on what they have been benefiting from the movement. And that is why earlier, before, now, those who want to open their eye towards that very area of monitoring activities of IPOB, they blackmail them. I told you that there are people in this journey, and I know them. I don't want to mention their name, because if you mention their name, their head will be, they will be feeling pompous. They will say, I told you that we will be vindicated at the last. I know many people in this Biafra movement when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was still free. I never knew that this had been the strategy. This had been the strategy these very individuals have been using to report negative about any person who asks sensitive question in the movement. They will blackmail the person, and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will think that indeed that person really, betrayed the struggle, but not knowing, because when they plan that blackmail, they will bring it to the media, and the person will be struggling to save himself because of nobody want to hear excuses in what we are doing or why what we are doing failed. Everybody will think that these people were presenting something truthful, but not knowing. It is this time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got that problem. Then most of us now took our time to monitor some activities going on in IPOB. One, when the kidnapping of Onyendu took place, when that news broke out, I knew people who were working with Ekperima. Irrespective of when Ekperima have changed, in which Lolo Chimezia said it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu didn't do mistake when he said, listening to Omote Biafra, listening to the other lady, Sophia, is it was Sophia? Yeah, it was Sophia. Listening to her, he said, listening to Ikenga. I think he mentioned Ikenga. If I'm wrong, please indicate in the comment section. Only do mention Ikenga in that very broadcast. Then he mentioned Simon Ekpa last. He said, of course, listening to Simon Ekpa, he is doing something wonderful. Onyendu didn't make any mistake, because Onyendu wanted more hand into what we are doing. As a leader who is leading everybody, anybody who perform very well, it is in his jurisdiction to at least to commend that person, which he did. But due to those who have assigned him needed a very convincing word to back up their evil, they cut out other people where Onyendu say, listening to this, he called Paul Achebe now. I think Paul Achebe was among the people he mentioned. They now cut out all the other people he mentioned and now focus on Simon Ekpa, where he said, listening to Simon Ekpa. But Simon Ekpa was the last person he mentioned in that broadcast. He first mentioned all that media, IPOB media warrior, and they now brought him as last, as somebody who does not belong to that organization. He now brought him, and that word he used was probability, not too sure. He said, when somebody is admonishing you and the person say, of course, underline the word of course. Of course simply means under probability. This thing I am not too sure. Do you get it now? When they say, okay, like let me use a restaurant as an example. This restaurant cook good food. Though. Their service of this restaurant is very good. The environment is neat. And somebody now came and said, there is other restaurant behind this restaurant or opposite this restaurant. Of course, they are trying. Do you see now? There is no 100% assurance on that very part of the other restaurant. That word simply means we can go and try. That word meaning of course. We can go and try. That was what Onyendu did. Because of they are on the mission they cut out that very area and keep, knowing fully well they have plan at hand which they want to execute. Do you understand me now? That was exactly what happened. Now let me go back to the contribution of Fulanis in Nigeria. Shetima, when he was speaking to Kunle in one of his audio, when he said they have to deal with the Igbos and render them useless, you will now ask yourself, what is the activities going on today in Nigeria, especially in Lagos? Is it not what Shetima discussed on that link audio? Is it not what is manifesting today in Nigeria against the Igbos? He said, by the time after 4 years, they need to take power. That's why the Easterners shouldn't near that power. That they need to deal with the Igbos, in which before 4 years, we will render them useless. Is it not what Shetima said? If you go back to what Shetima said, is it not what is happening to the Igbos in Lagos and Abuja? If that word have been implemented, you know, the worst thing that have happened to people is that somebody suggested something, and that thing was adopted by the national. That thing was adopted by the government himself, and government himself implement that thing. And our lawmakers from the Biafra land, who is serving in Nigeria, are seeing this thing manifesting. Rather for them to stand up and say, this thing is not emergency. This thing is not coincident. This thing was said. Why did government implement this thing? Do you know why they are not asking such question? Because they are not representing us. They are there just for their selfish interest. This is why these questions are not being raised by these people who say they are representing us in Nigeria. None of them can be bold enough to challenge whatever plan that Nigeria has against the Easterners. If you come to national development, what I mean by national development, Igbo man will leave Abia State. You go to Ibadan to live in Ibadan to run his business. After running his business, Igbo man will secure land, not by allocation, by buying from the indigenous of Ibadan, and build his house, build his business center. That shows you that this Igbo man has a national interest at heart. That is why he is well convinced that yes, where he is his country. He is not a stranger. That is why he went far as buying land in Ibadan, build his house, build his business empire, and run business there and pay tax to the government of Oyo State. Then a Fulani man who comes to your land and start looking inside bush, instead of looking towards the town of that very state, he now start looking inside the bush. Fulani man will leave Zamfara. He will travel to Oyo State. He will never consult anybody in terms of house renting. He will carry his mat, search for location in the bush in Ibadan. Enter inside that bush. Go inside the bush, use his knife, cut wood, put tent inside the bush. He is not contributing by paying light bill. He is not contributing by paying even as local government tax. He is not contributing in anything. If there are 5 that came and live inside that bush, before you know what happened, he will go and bring more of them. Before you know what, they are 10. Before you know what, they are 15. Before you know what happened, they are 20. Inside that bush, they will be expanding. They will be expanding. They will be expanding. Then anytime the indigenous people that own, because somebody owned that very bush, anytime the indigenous people of that place come and say, this place belongs to us. How are you occupied? Before you know what happened, they bring their cow inside that place. They begin to occupy the place. Then whenever the citizens of that or the indigenous of those places wake up and say, what is going on here? The Fulanis are occupying this area. The same people will stand up and tell you that they are the occupant of that particular area. Before you know what happened, fight will break out. I've never seen in the history of Nigeria where they say the Igbos are dragging land against the Yorubas. Rather, the record and the history, you will see that Igbos are buying land. But in the history of Fulani, this has been their history. Anytime crisis is rising in any state, that time they used to call them Hausa. Because that's what they did. They first of all hide themselves under the Hausa in order way to tarnish the image of the Hausas. You know, they are very smart. In order way to tarnish the image of Hausas, they first of all hide themselves under the Hausas. That time we will say, Hausa people are fighting the Yorubas. So, because I grew up in the Yoruba land. Hausa people are fighting in Ojo. Hausa people are fighting in Mokola. What is the fight? Them and the Yoruba Aburus, they are fighting. But you never hear in the history of Nigeria that Igbos are fighting the Yorubas. This case is very, very common in Nigeria. But the same people, but what is wondering me is because this particular thing, I'm trying to know what is wrong with. Although many people have said that Nigeria has Igbo problem, so they have said it. Even Obasanjo have said it. Even David Oyedepo have said it. Nigeria has Igbo problem. But if you ask me, somebody who came to your land and acquire land in a due process, pay you, develop your land, and somebody who came to your land and start searching for bush where he will hide, which person is more dangerous? I want to ask Yorubas, I want to ask other tribe that have this unreasonable hatred. I call it unreasonable because that kind of hatred you will display, you know that you are very foolish. When I see some Yorubas, Igbo, there's too much hate, I don't know. Sometimes I ask, when have sources of people begin to be exchanged into hatred? In this country where I am, the Asians in this country, especially the Japanese in this country, are highly respected. In this Brazil, go and make a research. And according to the history of this country, because first thing I do is to make research concerning this Brazil. According to the history of this country, our people came here before the Japanese. And when I discovered this thing, I was very, very angry, annoyed. Our people, the Igbos, came to this Brazil before the Japanese. Igbos has beginning to come to this country as far as 1976, 1975. In this very country, Brazil. Japanese started coming into this country in 1980 something. 1984, 1986. But if you come to this country today, Japanese that came after the Igbos in this country have been included into the national development contribution in this country. Many factories that is being run in this country are owned by Japanese. Many farm agriculture that is providing food for this country, many is being owned by the Japanese. Then after that, my research, I now ask question. I said, who are these Igbos who came to this country as far as 1970 something? I've asked this question. I said, who are these Igbos? Which mentality of the Igbos are those people? Because they did not leave our footage. They did not leave our evidence as Igbos in this country. That's one day I even said, I said, those Igbos must be those Igbos pregnanted by the Funanis. Because Funanis is only tribe. When they come to your place, they don't want to develop it. No matter amount of money they make, they will always take that their cash raw back to where they are coming from. They will live in a dustbin. They will live in a very dirty area. They will never try to develop it. But Igbo spirit, before he even build his own fatherland, that place he live and make that money, he will first of all develop it. That has been the Igbo spirit. Then I now ask my question, I say, who are these Igbos who came in 1970 to this country? Who did not leave evidence of Ndi Igbo in this country? And I asked my question, I said, where is the children they gave birth to that time? I say, within myself, I say, I need to search out these individuals. That means this individual, they came, they behave like the Funanis, which is very bad representation. In that Nigeria today, the Nigeria is a little bit developed, even in some states in Yoruba land. The reason of those little development is Igbos. The little of those development we are seeing in the north today is Igbos. The little of those development we are seeing today in the east is Igbos in their own land. If you ask me who is Nigeria, it's not Igbos, Biafrans. They are the real Nigerian. Other people are pretending. Do you know the reason why there have been no state electricity in Nigeria? Because of the Igbos. I said it once, and I have said it in many occasions in my broadcast. The suffering the Nigerians are suffering today, the Hausas are suffering, even the Fulanis are suffering, despite their caliphates, who have this design or this foundation of Nigeria not to develop. Even their people are suffering. Why everybody is suffering in Nigeria today is because of the Igbos. The politicians don't want to allow sincere development in Nigeria because they want the Igbos to suffer. In a mission to let the Igbos suffer, their own people begin to suffer. And the people they are saying they must suffer keep on excelling. They keep on going higher and higher and higher. So what they activated is, okay, when they build, we demolish it. And that's exactly what they have been doing to Ndibo in Nigeria. As soon as they build finish, they demolish it. As soon as they build finish, they bring it down. You start again. As soon as they do, they bring it down, you start again. As soon as you build finish, they bring it down. This has been the fate of Biafrans in Nigeria. When they build, the Fulani conspire with some Yorubas, they bring it down. And the Yorubas are not asking questions. Why are we doing this thing? Because one thing I know about this saga is the Yorubas are the one that are going to suffer it. Because Fulanis are not there for Nigeria. They have a place where they come from. Yorubas are the indigenous of Nigeria. Biafrans are the indigenous of Nigeria. The Hausas are the indigenous of Nigeria. The Middle Betas are the indigenous of Nigeria. But they forget that the people who is giving them this negative policy against the Ndibo are foreigners, and they don't mean well for the land. Because when time comes, they will run away. Fulanis will run out of Nigeria. Go and write it somewhere. Anything I tell you will come to pass. Fulanis will have no place to live in Nigeria. Forget. We are very close to that point. Thank God that Gomi have said it. Gomi said, if he disintegrate Nigeria, that means you want to scatter the Fulanis. So nobody can scatter the Fulanis. That word show you that they know what they are doing. They know that they have no place to stay in Nigeria. If Nigeria disintegrate today, is Yorubas going to allow the Fulanis to come? Because the Yoruba knows the dangers of the Fulani. That is when the Yorubas will tell you, these people are wicked. They will not allow them to come to their place. Biafrans will not allow them to come to their place because we have seen their character. And there is a possibility that our Hausas will rise up and say, no, let us grab our land back from their hand. And the Hausas will succeed. Because all the Hausas who run away do now living in Senegal. Do you know how many Hausa, indigenous Hausa people who are living in Ghana, who are living in Senegal, who are living in Burkina Faso, who are living all around Africa, Niger? They will come back. Because that is when they will gather morale and say, let us go and take back our land from these murderers. And they will come there and engage them. The fight will be brutal. They will fight and fight. At the end of the day, the owners of the land will win. Because owners of the land always win fight. Because you know why? The gods of the land will give the owners of the land the supreme engagement to engage their enemy. That's why no matter how powerful you are, the owners of the land must get divine victory. You people don't know the meaning of ancestor. Because that is where the bones of their forefathers of centuries are being found. And that place where their forefathers of centuries are being found is where their glory and power is stationed. So when they come to fight for it, those ancestors will get up. I told you the dream I had 2017. I said that dream openly on air, where I was in a dream that I think 2007 was the first Hero Day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu announced. I think, if I'm thinking, yes, I'm right. 2017 was the first Hero Day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu announced to honor those who died in Biafra war, which our land were totally shut down on the 30th May 2017. And that night, as soon as that thing was announced, that night I slept. I slept. In my dream, I find myself in a center of Biafra land. I was standing on that Onitsha bridge. I find myself there. In that dream, I see people coming out from the ground. You will just look, you know, something like all this horror film. You will see somebody coming out from the ground. I was seeing people coming out from the ground. And as they are coming out from the ground, they are very happy. They are very excited, coming out from the ground. As they come, normal people are coming, they will mix up with them. Normal people are going, they will mix up with them. As I was folding my hand, fear grabbed me in that dream. I said, why are these people coming out from the ground and mixing up with the normal human being? Immediately I said that dream, a man contacted me, said, Lion Man, that is a very powerful vision, you see so. He said, which means these people in which Ipob have honored today, what we just did was to bring their spirit back to be active. He said that thing simply means the spirit of our ancestors is now active in our land. He said before they have been trapped down, they have been struggling to come out to help, but nobody have invited them. He said IPOB have just invited them. And they are very happy on that invitation. That is why they are coming out from ground and they are happy. They are excited. And if you watch what have been happening since that time, 2017 till now, Nigeria has the money to spend to silence any organization they want to silence. But despite the money, do you know how many amount Nigeria has spent in order to try to silence this movement? Buhari is the best. The Buhari administration spend the highest of amount. If Buhari administration did not spend money to see that this movement was completely stopped, if Buhari administration did not spend money, they spend up to $5 billion. Because they were desperately spending money in different organizations and abroad in order way to stop anything about Biafra. Still, more they spend, more Biafra gain sympathize. More they get sympathy. More they get more supporters. For example, look at the $9 million they just spent. Somebody pay you money as a lobby firm. After you receive the money, the government in which that money came into their land, the same government in which money came into their land, went on air to expose you that you bring money into their land. Is it not that mystery? Do you think that the US authority just exposed that $9 million on their own will? No. There is spirit behind that push. There is spirit of our ancestors, those ones we have waked up 2017. They are the people doing the work. They are the people running into the mind of those white people and say, oh, go there and tell the world that you receive 9 million. And then they come out and expose it. That's why Nigerian government were shocked. Oh, this is the deal we secretly signed with you. How come you are bringing this thing to the public? That's why they begin to demand for reform. They say, refund us our money. Refunds all about. And I tell you, this money is not refundable. You pay. That is all. All these things you are seeing is mystery. And I tell people that everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, I was explaining to somebody, I said, look at how God uses somebody. God doesn't use people who have spirit of fear. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu naturally is a brave man. And remember, God has no business to do with anybody that has spirit of fear. If you watch people, go and read the history of even Bible. People who always being used by God are people who are naturally brave in their nature. David were used by God because David is a brave man. Samson is a brave man. Moses is a brave man. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu naturally is a brave man. He doesn't have any fear in him. And I was telling somebody, I said, in as much that this man made himself available for God to use, I said, everything he says will come to pass, even when him himself go against it. I haven't I said it open. I said, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself want to destroy Ipob, he will end up destroying himself. Ipob will stand. Somebody say, why did I say? He said, person, if are you telling me if you come out today and say the journey is over? I say people will listen to him. Rather that honor he have gained, people will start insulting him and they do away with him. The journey continue because God have used him finish. God wanted to use him to wake up those who were sleeping. And those who were sleeping, God have used him to do what? To wake them up. Even those who are crippled, God have used him to make them start walking. Those who were blind, God have used him to make them begin to see. So what will happen to him is that he will now rubbish his reputation, and those he have woke up will now pack him one corner and continue the journey. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself can never. That's why when his brothers are doing this, I say, you people will end up destroying yourselves. This sentence announced by Omotoshe, the whole error came from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu siblings. The whole error of this sentence, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were pronounced this illegal sentence that will never stand. Everything were caused by the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they were desperate to do what? To destroy Ipob, and they end up affecting the innocent man, increasing the pain of the innocent man. I said it openly. I called some from there. I said, look at what these people are doing. I said, this thing will affect their brother. As IPOB will never be affected. Yes. Remember himself said the foundation of IPOB will be shaken, but those that will remain strong and firm are the chosen ones. Did that word come to pass or not? It came to pass. The foundation of IPOB were totally shaken. They shake the foundation of IPOB. The enemy shake it. At the end of the day, did IPOB survive or not? IPOB survived. Where is those groups that shake IPOB? Autopilot, where are them today? Vanished, disappeared. Now they want to bring another group called Rising Sun. They want to bring another group called Avid. And they have tried. Avid have tried. Where is Avid today? Disappear. Rising Sun, they have used the narrative of group of Rising Sun. Who are this group of Rising Sun? Who are they? Who is the leading body of that group? This is the question any reasonable Biafra should have been asking. Who is the leader? Because the leader of Autopilot we know Simon Eberima, which have collapsed, they have gone. The first one I said, who is the leader of the rising sun? Nobody want to come out with the mantle of leadership because they know what is involved. They know that they are on mission. Today, which group is standing clearly before the world? IPOB. Was the foundation of IPOB shocking? It was shocked, completely shaken. Completely shaken. Did he survive the shaking? Yes. IPOB survived the shaking. Was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say so? He said so. He said nobody. When somebody tell you nobody, simply nobody, even including him. Even when they wanted to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out to denounce DOS when he was in DSS, because they pressurized him to come out and denounce them. Immediately that message came to me, I informed IPOB Foundation. I said, look at what is about to happen. They are pressurizing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to denounce DOS. I said, what? I think this is where he will shot himself on a foot. I even messaged the DSS officer. I said, if you have your way to meet him and talk to him inside that cell, go there and whisper to him, so don't try it. If you try it, that will be his end. I told the DSS, I said, go tell him, don't try him. That is death warrant he want to announce. These have been what these people were doing, busy doing. Trying to disconnect him from Ipob. Knowing fully well, as soon as what did the woman said? The woman told him this same thing I have been saying. The woman and Ezenri told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you know, we follow you, people are supporting you because of dignity. You have dignity. Remember that we Igbos, we don't follow people anyhow. We don't support people anyhow. But because of the sincerity we find in you, the dignity we find in you, that's why we follow you. But what your brothers are doing today, the evidence that is presenting before your brothers, where they are going to collect money with IPOB name, in other words, to destroy IPOB, where they are going to collect money from people. If they continue like this, you will lose your dignity and the Igbos will abandon you. You know, there are something that people does not understand about our race. Our race does not follow people blindly. We are not stupid in nature. We, the Biafrans, are born very wise, naturally wise from our mother's womb. Ezenri and the law made him to know that it's because of integrity in you. That is why the Igbos are following you. Don't because of maybe they are following you blindly. No. If you lose that integrity, Igbos will abandon you. And that have been somebody like me, I follow him because I see integrity in him. I see sincerity in him. I see honesty in him. Why should I support a man? That's why I say, yes, let IPOB build institution, which we have suddenly today built. We shouldn't build individual. We should build institution, because the Easterners, we have no institution. And today, many people have seen the benefit of building institutions. Many people have seen the result of building institution. When you build institution, you have built the generational foundation. But when you build individual may disappoint you at a die minute. Individual may die because we are human beings. Nobody knows who will die tomorrow. I even said one word in a meeting. I said, all these people that are saying they are done, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, they will continue. I said, do you see how stupid black man can be? I said it in our meeting. Do you see how stupid black man can be? So, later, I said, God forbid, I said, let's assume that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu died in Kenya, in that torture. So does it mean that one of them who mentioned that word here in Brazil, I confronted him, I said, let's assume that enemy have had their way in Kenya. That 8 days that he was there, that Kanu kept quiet. He did not blow alarm that their brother is in danger. I said, let's assume that 8 days, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were no more. He give up a ghost during the torture. I said, does it mean that you will now come out and tell me that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is dead? Then therefore, you are not interested in Biafra? That's what I said. Does it mean that that's exactly what you are going to tell your children? The man was looking at me. I said, so you came, a whole matured man like you, with family. So you came because of an individual. You came because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I said, do you see how stupid you are? So you came just because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So you are not even here for your freedom. You are here just to worship Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or run after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu like a fly. He was embarrassed. I said, no wonder many black nations are in a very sorry state, no development. I said, this is their mentality. I made it clear to him. I said, I did not come to this struggle neither because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, neither because, but I hear the voice of truth from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's why I came. And as I came into the struggle, that means the voice I heard is what I will follow, not him. And that is exactly what I've been doing. The truth I heard from him is what I'm following. If you turn out tomorrow to be lying, it doesn't concern me again. What brought me is the truth I hear from him, and that truth is what I will follow. That truth is what I will follow. And many that remain in IPOB today that have brought this very positive result today about this Biafra movement is those that have that the same mentality with me. Those who believe in their freedom not to follow anybody, not to worship anybody. That's the key. The same thing I'm trying to lecture people in Nigeria. If people, the indigenous people in Nigeria, people of Edo State, Yorubas, the Igbos, the other tribes that is originally generated from that Nigeria, not like Fulanese who came into there. If we begin to ask ourselves sensible questions, we will not be falling into the game, evil game of the Fulanese. How can a Yoruba man who is indigenous in Nigeria, as a governor of Lagos State, now implement the ideology of a terrorist called Shetima. And he not just only implement, he now enforcing that particular policy, destroy the Igbo business, and the man is destroying it. And Lagos State Oba is aware, and he is very happy that Igbo's businesses and the properties have been destroyed in their own land. People who brought development into your land, you are destroying their investment, and you are happy because their economy, you are targeting their economy. You target the economy, you did not target the economy. What will be, will be. Nigeria will be disintegrate. And if Nigeria disintegrate, then be rest assured that you are going to suffer lack of trust from investors. Because history never forgets easily. You are going to suffer setback in terms of investors. Because the world are very, very, okay, now let me say, the Igbo man that his business of almost 480 million US dollar were destroyed. Do you think the man will forgive you so quick? No. The man will never forgive you. He may keep quiet, he may be silent, but know it that that man will never forgive you for tampering into his empire, his business venture that he had built for years. The man will never forgive you. And if Nigeria splits tomorrow, the man has the connection to bring investors to anywhere he wants. Do you think that man, even the money is falling away, do you think that man will like to even put one pillar in Yoruba land? No. He will not do that. The same thing. Because investors almost know themselves. When they go to meeting, even when investors say, I have been invited in Yoruba nation to come and invest, that man, his presence will destroy the whole thing. The man will say, don't go there, these people are very useless. They can't be trusted. Take your business where your business can be secure and be trusted. And if the man asks him why, he said, do you remember my business of 480 million US dollar? Do you remember what happened to it? These are the people who destroy. The man said, wow. That is the end. And it didn't stop there. Maybe somebody like me, I travel to Japan, and Japan investors are saying, I have been invited in Yoruba land to invest. What will I tell them? I will say, come, don't go there. These people can never be trusted. This is not betrayal. I am trying now to explain to a Japanese investor, I'm trying now to explain the sincerity about you, because this is who you are. I am not lying against you. I will say, no, these people can never be trusted. They can never, don't trust them. And that will end the appetite of that move from the Japanese person. You will stop there immediately. You see, the Fulanese knew, when Satan wants to suffer in hell, he doesn't want to go alone. I keep on telling people. You see, these Igbo politicians, the Fulanese, are encouraging to be killing their own people. Fulanese know that Nigeria will divide one day. They know. Do you know what they are trying to do? Like people like Ojo Zokani. Those willing tools who they want to use. What they want to do is, Fulanese are very smart. Ojo Zokani is a rich man. So what they want to do is, they have succeeded in presenting Ojo Zokani as the enemy of his own people. In other way, what they want, that's, and they want to do it to many Igbo billionaires in Nigeria. They want to do this. This is the game. They want to force them so that their people will begin to see them as enemy. So that when Nigeria break up, those people will never have a place to go. Do you see Fulani? Fulani, they are very smart in their evil. This heat now that you see now doing Ojo Kanu is confused because he's panicking. Ojo Kanu now today, if Biafra come today, he will go to exile. Hope Uzodinma, if Biafra come today, Hope Uzodinma will run to exile. And he will never like to return because the Fulani have used him, made him the enemy of his own people. That is why, if you watch the character of the Fulanis in Nigeria, anybody they want to use, if that person refuses to be used, they will now go and buy buy people from that person tribe in order way to fight that person. If you watch what is happening in Abia State today, Fulanis, they have tried to enter OT, but OT have rejected them. In other way, knowing what their people want, and OT is focusing on that particular thing. It doesn't even want to look their face. So what did they do now? They are trying to use the people who are willing to be used. In other way, that is Fulani. Fulani can never come by themselves. They will always hide under your people to come. That is how they operate. This is how they conquer the North. This is how they eliminated the Hausas. They first of all used the Hausas against the Hausas. This is how they infiltrated the Yorubas. They first of all used the Yorubas against the Yorubas. And today they are doing it in Igbo land. They are using the Igbo against the Igbos. Those who are willing to be used. They are fronting them. But they are finding it very difficult in Igbo because we are Republican in nature. What I mean by Republican in nature, every Igbo man is confronter. We confront uncomfortable. That is how we are naturally born like that. We confront what is not right. No matter how little an Igbo man is, no matter how poor Igbo man is, when he reaches to display rights, when in times of rights, Igbo man will confront a billionaire. You will see him without even 5 naira inside his pocket. He will confront a billionaire. He will tell him, because you have money, you think you can do this evil against me? And people will pay listening ear. But in Yoruba don't dare have that courage to challenge a rich man. But in Igbo land, we challenge them. Because that is how we are born. Because we believe that if you have money, if you are a billionaire, you use your pocket. And that is the white people mentality. I told somebody, I say, we the Biafrans, we are black in our skin, but in our mind, we behave as the same as the white people. White people doesn't honor billionaires. Do you not understand? Do you understand that? White man does not have this spirit of honoring a billionaire or a millionaire. No matter how multi financial blessing you are, white man they don't care. It is this recent time some Igbo slave begin to worship wealth. We don't worship wealth. What we worship is character. What we worship is character. What we honor is people's character. When you have excellent character to emulate, Igbos will honor you. But no matter how financial blessing you are, you have a very dirty character. You don't have the Igbo, our people's development in your heart. They will rubbish you. The same way they are rubbishing all Joseph Kanu today. The same way they are rubbishing Hope Uzodinma today. This is always our character. And nobody can change that from us. Now let me go to financial, taxation. Do you know that Nigeria pay the highest tax in the world? Many of us don't know. Many people in Nigeria now, they don't know. Let me start from marketplace. In a marketplace in Nigeria, in a local marketplace, how many tax forces in the marketplace? You will see, they will tell you, so this is local government tax force. This is state tax force. They will come, they will collect money. At the end of the day, you will see pay tax for your business, apart from the one you pay to state government tax force in your business area, apart from the one you pay for local government tax force. Then another one, they tell you that president of market union, you pay their tax. You will pay their tax. Nigeria pay the highest tax. When I discovered this thing, when I said this in 2012 in PDP meeting, I said, why is the Nigerians paying the highest tax in the world? Do you know that many politicians know that thing? This is why many politicians, all these politicians that is looting our money, they prefer to invest in abroad than investing in Nigeria, because you know why? They know that Nigeria pay the highest tax. In this abroad, in this Brazil precisely, I have never paid any other money outside the tax I pay to the bank direct. And that is one central tax. There is nothing called a market leader. You are paying money for market union. No, it doesn't exist here. It's a crime. Do you know there is a place here, I think two years ago, where all these mafians used to go and collect, like all these people that sell on the road. People who sell on the road, they go and collect money from them. And that money is being paid every month. These mafians collect this money every month, not every day, once in a month. Very, 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 very small money. I have the record of that case. Very small money. Some of our people who sell on the road here, some of our Igbo people, they pay that money. Only one time in a month. They pay that money just for the space. For the space they give to them. Each person, they will tell you, you don't pass here, you don't share their market more than here. So every month they will come collect very, very small money that worth nothing. Very small change. Do you know that 2 years ago, the federal government said that this is crime. This is financial crime. All the people, all the mafians, bulls, all these mafians that is involved in this method, they went and raid all of them. They raid them. Most of them are still inside jail now. They raid them. They raid more than 50-something people. For collecting money for space. They raid all of them. They say, no, this is financial crime. They raid them. Those people now change pattern. Now they don't come and collect. They now make the people they give that space to come to them for themselves and deliver that money to them. Still, government discover it and still raid them again. That's how that is stopped. They did not give the mafians that chance to operate that thing. They fight them. They fight them immediately head on and stop that manipulation. But in Nigeria, they have the backup of state government. They have the backup of local government chairman collecting your money. And at the end of the day, you will still go and pay tax for government. Nigeria is the people that pay the highest tax in the world. Double taxation. That is what Nigeria operates. People who hawk, the hawkers here, the hawkers in this country, because everywhere there is hawkers. Nobody collects one kobo from them. I work in a dry port where they discharge goods that will be dispatched to other states, and that is where I work. There are people who are selling water there, those ladies selling water, young men selling water. They're making money. We buy water from their hand. Hey, come give me water. They bring water, you pay them money. Nobody, no task force in that place dare them, stop them and collect one kobo from them. Every one kobo they make. That's why they tell you that opportunity is in abroad. When they tell you that why people created opportunity for you to make money, that is the reason. And the funny thing is that people who are selling this water, if you see the vehicle they park in their in the car park of that wharf, when they close and enter their vehicle to move, you will be shocked. You ask yourself, this lady selling this water, or this guy selling this water, this is right, this is the car he's driving. Because you know what? Government have made it possible for them to make money through that water they are selling inside that wharf. Because nobody is collecting that money from them. Nigeria hawkers could have been doing well, but the problem is the criminals in Nigeria does not allow them to survive. Double taxation. Local government will collect. State government will collect. The chairman of the market will collect their own. Before you know what happened, they will form another one again. That one will collect. Before you know what happened, the gain that the hawker is supposed to save and become human being in life will end up going into the hands of double taxation. Now he will not remain empty. He will not be struggling. He will not be struggling year to year. You will see hawker in Nigeria, year to year, he remained the same. No progress. Because the progress he had been robbed by the officials of Nigerian government. They have robbed away his profit and left him empty-handed. So where are you going to start to fix Nigeria? For those who say the new Nigeria is possible. The new Nigeria is possible. Are you going to stop every manner of double taxation in the market areas in Nigeria? Are you? Do you think you have the capacity to stop? Can you now go to Oshodi and stop every form of collection of any money in Oshodi? Both Aburu, both everything, stop it completely. And they make everybody to go to bank to pay their tax, central tax, as we pay here. Because these people, I'm telling you, nothing like, I was telling one of my friend from Imo State, I put the man, I was the one who bring the man and give him and connect him to that particular place, because I was the first African person who obtained license in that place. First African person is in the history of those administration. Because when I came, although I spent money that time, because that time the administration that was functioning that time was corrupt. I spend roughly in Nigeria money. I spend roughly, apart from the government registration and the due process. You will go to federal police. You obtain one particular document there. You go to I really waka. If you hear waka, because everything must go under normal process, no manipulation. But that time, after you have made up all the requirements, which I made up with, I submitted it to them, I was cornered and told that no African person is allowed to obtain this thing. They say they begin to interview me on another different dimension. They say, how did I get the information? I said, well, I got the information from the father of my girlfriend. I said, that's where I got the information. They said, okay, this and this, this and that, this and that. I said, okay, how much do I have? But I said, I have paid the bank, look at the receipt, look at everything. Then at the end of the day, because it's normal thing for our side, I paid them the money that I paid that time worth, I think about let's say about 3.something million naira money I paid to the administration. They now said, okay, I should be expecting their call of approval before 45 days. Then within I think it was 42 days, I received a call to appear in office and sign document. I went there, I signed every document, the license was handed over to me. Then immediately after that journey, the other president came. Many people in that administration went to prison. Because that thing they did not just do it for me, to me only. They always do it to their own people too. So there are people who came, they passed all the necessary this thing. Then what happened? Then disqualify them. Just to tell you that the white man does not stop to fight for his right. These people they did that into. Do you know what they did? They keep the document, put that document in a court. Though immediately the new president came and the new administration came and make it announced that every corruption that is going on in this particular war is here, because the man announced it. He said, is hereby come to an end. That they heard that mafians are operating in this particular place. They are here to end it. And they say that nobody, no president of that war have ever come and bring such statement that last. They will assassinate him. He said that's how horrible that place is. Anybody who wants to fight corruption there must go down. That's why in this war there is that one person who will stop every nonsense. He will put down his life to stop it. This man now go and request more security from federal government, and the federal government of this country now assign more security to him. The other one was moving freely. No, not even, if you see, every time you see him going, you're always with 3 security officers. Very simple man. But when this one came and announced that thing, the next thing I heard that place, this man will be assassinated, this man will be killed, this man will be killed. But they never knew that that man has even prepared himself before coming out. Immediately he announced it. The following day, when I see this man was walking to his office, see security everywhere, full of very, very armed. And this man came there, clean up every. Do you know how many people that go to prison there? Almost 80 something of officials went to prison. The account was confiscated. The property they had bought for many years, government seized everything. That man really did clean up everywhere. Everybody was on the run. All those people that say their matter, they agree discourse, they begin to run. Immediately the man ended that clean up. There are people in this world, I learned something from that guy, from that man. Immediately that man cleaned everything up, bam. He resigned. He said this is exactly what he have come to do. He said, I came here just to clean this place up, to prove to them that nothing is impossible. After he finishes cleaning everything up, sanitizing everywhere, he resigned. And today, that man is working in a financial, like all this son of ESFC. He's working, he was promoted to that area. But the most important thing, he has established another new road in which that place will go on, and all eyes are there monitoring it. When the man resigned and put another person, they wanted to try that person. They wanted to bring that corruption back. The people like us, who they give license, who are paying tax to the government and all that, white people, white people they are not like us. They first of all came, they say, we pay little money apart from our tax for maintenance of so place and so place. The people now respond to them and said, if the former administration can take care of this place without collecting any one kobo from us outside the tax we are paying to the government, then how dare you now coming back to collect money from us in the name of maintaining some places in that place? He said, if that man can maintain that place and keep this place neat and healthy, you people should go back and ask the man, how did he do it? Even when they asked me to speak, I was even suggesting, I said, okay, instead of this amount of money, why can't you bring the money down so that people can pay easily? If you see the way I was shut down, fear entered me. If you see the way the people of this country, I was shut down, the next thing I hear, para, I was here, stop. The crowd shouted, stop. They now call me, they say, African. We are not here to discuss any amendment with these people. We are telling them anyhow they know that the other man did it without collecting money from them. They should go and ask the man, how did he do it? And the man will give them the clue. Immediately I talk, like African, we always accept to be, we always accept to be intimidated by our government. Immediately I go that area of, if they can bring it little down. The people, the government officials in charge, all of their ear open. They say, let us listen to Africano. Africano is saying something. They were interested. Africano is saying something. Immediately people shut me down. I just keep quiet. Even one of them who were standing on my back, he said, he called my name, he said, you want to create problem for yourself. The guy just whispered on my ear, you want to create problem for yourself. Here no be Africa. They told me, he said, here is not Africa. He said, where people stand is where I must stand. If I make a mistake, he said, they are going to kill me. They don't send anybody. They will just kill me. One person will just volunteer himself, kill me and go to prison. I say, yeesh. Immediately I respect myself. And today, their consistency, they are standing firm and say they are not going to pay any other thing apart from central tax. Now, established. Nobody is talking about any other money in that place. That thing that man established before resigning is what everybody is following today. And everybody is happy. All those mafias, they left the place. The place become very free for everybody to operate. They left. Because they were giving warning. If any of you come here, you'll be arrested. And they have to respect themselves because government pass you now. That is how they were flushed away. But in Nigeria, people pay, government back them. That's why when the US government is telling you that Nigeria politicians or Nigeria government are not ready for solution. The problem of Nigeria is Nigeria officials. They are not ready for change. And that is why we are fighting for Biafra. We say, okay, we need a functioning country. Because we can never continue like this, where everybody do whatever they want. Local government chairman do whatever they want. Governors do whatever they want. President do whatever they want. Army do whatever they want. Police do whatever they want. Is that how to run a country? That is not how to run a country. That is not how to run a country. Those who run business in Nigeria will tell you. Those who have run business in Nigeria and run business outside Nigeria will tell you that Nigeria paid the highest tax in the world. I have never seen a country who pay the highest tax in the world than Nigeria. Okay, let us go to the definition of tax. What is the tax for? Tax is to empower national development, such as healthcare, education, security, social amenities, and other things. Now, what is the benefit of people paying tax in Nigeria? What is the benefit? What have you benefited? What are you benefiting from Nigeria government of giving them tax? What are you benefiting? The Nigeria government pipe water into various homes? No. The water you are using in your house is your borehole, which you use your own money to provide water for yourself. Then what are you paying tax for? You know, nobody is lecturing this thing to Nigerian citizens. That's the problem. Everybody is now discussing. Instead of them to discuss something that will enter people's eye will begin to open and say, no. Oh, is that how this thing is done? So I am lecturing them today. Why are you paying tax in Nigeria? Tax is not necessary in Nigeria because Nigeria government did not give you health care for free. Nigeria government did not give you education for free. Nigeria government did not pipe water into your various home. The water you are using is the borehole you dig and pay and generate and get water for yourself. But Nigeria government did not give you 24 hours electricity. So what are you paying tax for? If anything is happening to you today, you can never call Nigeria police under 5 minutes or even 2 minutes they land. But here, if I am in danger in this very office now, the next thing I pick up my phone and call. In the next 2 minutes, police is here to rescue me. Such thing doesn't happen in Nigeria. So what are you paying tax for? This is the tax. This is the usefulness of tax I am paying. I pay the tax because government is working. I pay the tax. If you go to my house, government, I don't know, government pipe water, 24 hours water is running. That's what I'm paying tax for. If I get tired, if I get sick, I don't think, where will I see money to go to hospital? If I get sick, I enter vehicle and drive. If I can't drive, I call Uber, they take me to hospital. The only money I spend there is the time. Is the time I'm going to spend, because if I go there, I collect my number and wait till that number appeared on board. Nobody's calling you name. You go there, you press computer, number will come out to take your number. You'll be looking at the screen. Anytime it is your turn, your number will appear. You look at your number, you get up, you go and attend to it. Doctor will attend to you. You are not paying any single money. No matter what sickness is all about, they will take care of you, they will treat you, they will give you injection, you are not paying any money. That is why I am paying tax. Is it done like that in Nigeria? The answer is no. Then what are you paying tax for? I hope Nigeria senators are listening. I hope Nigeria governors are listening. They know what is right, because their children are living in abroad. The children of our governors and the senators, and they are living in abroad. They are aware of what I'm telling you, but they don't want to do it in Nigeria. When you hear tax, Oyibo they collect tax. Ask Nigerian official, the way they are collecting tax, is that the way Oyibo are collecting the tax? Why can't you people rise up and say, Nigeria, as a businessman who registers his business, can you give me a document that will enable me to pay my tax once without paying any other money aside, without paying market leader, without paying market union, without paying local government chairman, without paying state tax force? Because all these things is bad governance we are talking about. This is why we want Biafra. We want Biafra where we will bring what we have learned from the white and bring it home, so that people can make money without being extort that money, without being that money being stripped away by the same government official. This is what they are doing to Nigerians. You suffer, you hustle, you make money, government will collect it from you and leave you empty. You suffer, you make money, government will collect it from you. I told you, people who sell water here, water hawkers, these are the people who, white people, they don't carry something on the head. It is only our people who have this culture of carrying some load on the head. They have this trolley. The people are selling water in the wharf here. They have this trolley. They put their water, put ice block, put everything. They are pushing it. They will be pushing it. We call them hawkers. They hawk their water, hawk their minerals and other things they are hawking. You will see the same guy, you will see the same person hawking. Immediately he closed, he walked down to a car. Okay, now check where a hawker park his vehicle, where he paid, because in the wharf car park, you pay for it monthly. You check where somebody is paying monthly. He pay almost 50,000 naira. Nigeria, let's say Nigeria economy. But that money is almost, let's say, 200 reais. You pay every month. This is a hawker. And the vehicle he is driving is worth up to 20 million naira in Nigeria, 30 million. A hawker. Do you see why everybody want to come Obodo Ibo? Do you see why people are hustling that? Let me go to abroad, let me go to abroad. Because the people there know their right. And the government of the people want their people to survive. They are not wicked towards their people. But Nigerian government are very wicked towards towards their citizens. Because you know why I said they are wicked? Somebody like Tinubu knows what I am talking about, because he has experience of abroad. Is there any governor in Nigeria, or is there any minister in Nigeria that does not have experience how the white people function in their place towards their citizens? All of them have the idea. But you now ask yourself, why are they not doing the same thing? Why are they not treating their own citizens the way the white people treat, where they put their children? Why are they not treating people like that in their place? That's to tell you everything is wrong with the black man's mind. Everything is completely wrong. And that is what we need to work on and ask, what is this? Why is no black African country can function the way the white country is functioning? Have you asked yourself this question? Why? Ordinary. You see, the worst thing about abroad is even people who are picking something on the road. There's people who pick this wasted nylon on the road. Do you know what government did to them? Do you know what government did? Like that place I'm talking about, there are people who pick nylon. Their job is to pick nylon bag. You know, reckless people. There are people who will eat finish, they will just throw the nylon on the floor. I know many of them there. Their work is to carry this big bag, like fertilizer bag. You will see them picking this white nylon, all this color nylon. They will pick it, they will put inside that bag. They will pick it, they will put inside bag. When I first to see that in that place, in that wharf where I work, I was surprised. And I call one because I always like to discover secret. And I call one of them one day. There's one lady, he always drag that thing. A white lady, he will always drag it. If he full, she will go and drop it somewhere and take another empty bag, come again. When I just confronted her, I said, please, come, I want to ask you something. She came. I said, this thing you are picking, what are you using it for? He looked at me and said, it's money now. He said, that is how she make her own money. I said, money, how do you do it? He said, this nylon, if you pick it finish, they sell it in a kilo. You will go take it to where they will buy it. They will weigh it on kilo. They will summarize the amount each kilo. I said, each kilo is how much? I asked her, I said, each kilo, 1 kilo of this thing is how much? He said, 1 kilo is 4 reais. No, he said, 1 kilo is 4 reais, 80 cents. I said, like, how much do you use to gather in a day of this nylon? It is called recycling. People who are basically on recycling. So they sell it to a recycling company. I said, how much do you use to make a day? When this lady told me that she can make 200 reais, 250 reais a day. And I remember that no company, I use my distance, I do the calculation. I say, a day. He said, yes. I said, which means your salary is more than salary of a graduate who is working in a company in this country. He said, yes. But do you know funny thing about these people? These people that are doing that particular picking. Government give them one special card. Do you know that card? What that card is for? Government encourages them after they make their own money by selling what they pick. Every month, government give them rice, give them oil, give them small money again in order way to encourage them, people who are picking recycling. I said, this is what we call government benefit. This is why every white man will tell you that I will die for my country. That is why whenever there is crisis, everybody wants to join army. Because why they are joining army? Because this is the country, every benefit they are getting from the resources. They are getting their benefit from the resources. So in Nigeria now, if war break out in Nigeria, I was asking somebody one day, I say, let's say Brazil and Nigeria want to fight war today, who are you going to fight alongside with? I asked this question where our people gather. This one look me, say, Lion man, now you they ask this stupid question. One of them say, now you they ask this stupid question. I say, what make it stupid? I ask question of it, I want to know something. He say, waiting Nigeria don't give me. You see the danger Nigeria is facing, but they don't know. Someone say, waiting Nigeria don't give up. And this person, all of us are Nigerian nationality in a paper, but not in the heart, not in the blood. But he's saying that waiting Nigeria don't give them. Because these are the people who receive money every month from Brazil government. Every month they receive national benefit. They are not Brazilians, they are foreigners who came. They are receiving the same thing Brazilians are receiving from their government every month. Every month they receive what? They receive 650 reais every month. 650 reais every month. If you summarize it in Nigerian money, that is roughly, let me do the calculation. We are talking about almost 200,000. You're talking about almost 200,000. Every month they go and receive it. They are not lining up. This money entered into their account directly. They use their card and go and withdraw the money. They use their ATM, go to bank and withdraw the money. Because these are the people who are not, they don't have business registered. They don't have any place they are working. But they are hustling. But we have place where we register business. Our name is, we pay tax, so we don't have the benefit to receive that money. We don't have the benefit to receive that. It's people without work that are receiving that money. And our people who are here, almost all of them are receiving that money. Almost all of them are receiving that money. So that's why I asked that question. I said, if war break out with the Brazil today and the Nigeria, who will you fight alongside with? And they answered me, they said, and they asked stupid question. What thing Nigeria don't do for them? That answer, which means they have answered you, which means they are going to fight along Brazil. If you ask anybody today in Italy, our people in Italy, who if Italy and Nigeria break up, want to fight war, all of them will fight alongside the Italian government. The same thing is applicable to US. Nigerians in US will fight alongside of the US government. But when you are telling this politician the danger that is surrendering them, they will not listen to you because Satan have occupied their brain. Everybody will fight because the government there have shown you love, which their government have never shown you. If you watch Nigeria government, even when the people who go outside to also come back, they will frustrate them. As soon as you come back with goose, which you also outside buy goose, put inside container, Nigeria government will, instead of them to encourage you, they will frustrate you. Nigeria government is the only people that I see that have this culture of frustrating their own citizens. That is the only people that have, the only government that have the culture of frustrating their own citizens, instead of encouraging their citizens. There is settlement, that is this thing that somebody is showing. He say, who is this person? Ipob job promise. He say, the old format, could you please upgrade your illusional mindset? Look at. This is how they behave. I am telling them the truth, how government is supposed to treat them. Look at him defending evil. This is exactly what got Trump annoyed. Nigerian officials went to US to defend. Now they have banned Benue State Governor. Benue State Governor will never enter Europe again, will never enter US again in his entire life. Because this is the governor. Even the foreign investigators that came, they have investigated, they have evidence. Instead of governor to admit the evidence, the governor, because of his position, the governor is telling them there is no such. And this thing, dead body is lying down before you. Who killed them? He said, the governor said there is no, and this is a reverend father. Somebody said, Lion Man, I don't know the kind of spirit you have. He said, I remember when you said the worst people that Nigeria will bring into government, into power, is the clergies. And I remember when I said 2018, because that 2018 people was say, what if pastors come out for president, if pastors come out for governor? That thing, I don't know the spirit that entered me that very day on broadcast. I say, the worst people you can bring into corridor of power in Nigeria is pastors. It's pastors. And I forgot that I said that word. Somebody just said, Lion Man, I remember. He said, this Benue State priest have made me to understand that they fear you. I said, what thing happened? He said, in 2018, you remember in your broadcast, you said the worst person you can bring into corridor of power in Nigeria is pastors. He said, what is exactly Benue governor is doing? Benue governor is the highest liar. Try to cover evil because of he want to sustain the seat of governorship. Even when the people of the Benue are crying before his face, when he reached to, because the caliphate have called him, because caliphate put him there now. The government of God don't accept the genocide. You know, we put you there. If you accept, we remove you. So for not to be removed, he now back up the caliphate's claim. And this is what made the US government blacklisted him. US government do the what? Blacklisted them. Like this one here now, he have come to defend his government. But the same him, you see the same person who is commenting this nonsense here, go and touch, if he's in Nigeria, and I tell him, I have connection for you to go to Canada. You will now be rallying around. You will empty his account. He will sell his land, sell his property, and want to go to Canada. The same person want to run away from that. You see, black people. Black people, goodness me. May God have mercy. Just call this person and said, I have connection for you to go to Canada. If it is a Christian, he will start going to mountain. He will start praying and fasting. This connection that God has bring. Oh God, if it's Yoruba, say Oluwa wow, Oluwa wow, Oluwa wow. Enemy to stop me. He will be praying like a mad person because he want to go to Canada. Anything his pastor told him or her that time, he will obey. If the pastor told him from today to make this prayer work, if he shit, eat your shit, he will be eating the shit. That is how God have caused this kind of people. But he want to run away from the same country. He want to desire is to run away. Why are you running away? Why are you running away from what you are defending? Do you know why? Do you know why they are like that? Because this is how they have channeled their brain. So when you are trying to teach them how they should hold their government accountable to work for their own benefit, they will tell you, maybe this person doing this now, maybe is a Yoruba man. You have remembered that Tinubu is a Yoruba man. So to him or to her, you have to defend any nonsense that comes from their tribe. You want to defend it. That is why the Igbo politicians hate IPOB, because we refuse to do what others are doing. We refuse to back them up when they do nonsense in Nigeria. When they do nonsense, we help the Nigerian, we help the Yoruba, help other media to expose them. And they came, they say, IPOB is a threat, because we don't do like others. It's like when I have been warning devil mine. Somebody called me and said, Lion man, why are you doing this? In Fashola went there, Fashola steal and steal and steal and steal and steal. Yoruba people never call Fashola out. I said, are we Yoruba? Are we the same people? No. I said, what is the condition of the Yoruba people? Are they not suffering because of the evil they are covering to themselves? I said, this is the repercussion of evil. And we wouldn't want such thing to happen to our people. Because when you shade evil, evil will consume you. I say the evil Yorubas are supporting when it comes to their own is what is making them suffer today in Nigeria. I say we will not do so. I have calling devil mine out. I say, this steal money you are stealing, the time they will be dragging you, nobody will be there for you. You are now signing billions and trillions in the name of Minister of War. You are now stealing money, giving the caliphate their own share, giving the Yorubas their own share. The time it will happen, all those people you give their own share, they will run away, they will leave you. You will rot in jail. Thank God today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have learned his lesson. IPOB is not defending anybody again. Because that time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come and defend them and said, Yorubas are doing it because nobody knows it all. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have defended them up to 3 people. And those 3 people, they're supposed to be in jail today. But he defended them. But one of them he defended, Ojozo Kanu. The same man who went and be seeking for death sentence for him. For speaking the truth. The same Ojozo Kanu. He saved from going to prison. Is the same Ojozo Kanu who went and be seeking for death sentence. Well, you see, when I tell, if I say finish, it will come to pass. When I said, if you defend evil, the same evil you defend, what you will do, what will consume you one day. Okay, Mazi, I'm just okay. Don't worry. Okay, I think he's responding to somebody. Promise, I'm very sorry for that misunderstanding you. Sorry. So this is what we are talking about. When you are lecturing them the truth, how to be guided, you will see some few people will come out and counter it. When they know that this thing you are saying is the truth, they want to showcase their stupidity or air. They want to showcase. They want to. Do you see the annoying Trump got over Ben? You know, most of them don't know what is going on. You see, Benue governor, this Republican, the annoyance that man created inside them. They don't know. He don't know how US used to behave. Probably today. Probably, I'm sorry for that misunderstanding there, please. Probably today. I'm telling you the reality. Probably today, US has blacklisted Benue State governor. And if any way, because that is what they call, he is giving shade to terrorism. Benue State governor is one of the terrorists in Nigeria today. Because somebody who want to shade the terrorists from being treated the way they're supposed to be treated is one of them. So you called him, remember what I said about what the caliphate did in Nigeria? They infiltrated every umbrella in Nigeria. You see, people like us have a foresight. In 2011, I've said this in my broadcast several that in the PDP meeting when I travel back Nigeria, because I'm a very strong member of PDP that you see, something happened. And I asked some few questions I asked, and I dropped some words I dropped. The meeting that day ranged into chaos. Because I said something that everybody was afraid to say. I said something that everybody was afraid to say. What are your plans concerning this country? Because what I see that everybody is doing here is our turn. Let us hold power. But nobody is discussing the future of the people. And that is exactly what has been happening today in Nigeria. Nobody is patriotic in Nigeria. And that is where the fraud is coming from, is generating from. Now, they have said about tax. If you ask Yoruba man will say, Anwibo loma son tax here. If you ask a Fulani, of course, Fulani doesn't pay all those things. No Fulani man pay tax in Nigeria. So, for them, they don't care about that policy of tax. Everything they are targeting on that tax is Igbo economy. Igbos are the only one who will pay that tax. Igbos are the only ones who will pay the tax. Every plan and policy bring into Nigeria is always target the Igbos. And that's why Nigeria remain down. You are targeting people who is not targeting you. You keep on frustrating people who is not even thinking of you. They are thinking about how they are going to survive, how they are going to be successful. And that's why I tell our people, if the revolution will start through this tax, let it start. Don't pay this tax. Because you don't pay tax where the benefit of tax is not coming to you. I am paying tax in this country. Do you know the good thing about paying tax in this country? God forbid. You see the tax I am paying now, I have paid tax now in this country roughly 80 years. Roughly 80 years I have paid my tax in this country. Now let me tell you something. Do you know now, if I had an accident or if I fall sick, that I can never be able to walk for a period of time? God forbid. Let's assume that I fall sick in this country now, that I will never be able to walk for 2 months or 3 months. 1 month, it can't be paid. As soon as I pass 1 month, that sickness continue. I can never be able to walk. They will carry me, take my document, my ID. I will go to tax office. They will log in my number. My name will come out, my age will come out. All the taxes I have paid, as I have been paying that tax every month, everything will appear on the screen, on that computer. They will say, this one is paying his tax. And he's very sick. with doctor report attached to it. Okay. Government will start paying me salary automatic. This one not be benefit. So government will start paying me salary as long as that sickness continue. If that sickness lasts 2 years, government will be paying me salary. This my tax I pay now have automatically enroll me into government salary. It is called tax reform. Tax refund for somebody who is sick, who have been paying tax. It is called tax refund. How big tax I have been paying is how big money I've been receiving every month. If I declare to pay a little tax, I will be receiving a little salary. Do you see the transparency there? If I have declared to pay big tax, as somebody, maybe I'm having big income, I will be receiving big salary from government until I get well. Until I get well. If you like, let the sickness last 2 years, I go to receive salary. Till that 2 years. The day I will stop receiving salary is the day they say, that person is dead. Government shut down the account of the tax. There are people who are paying their tax, who fall sick in this country. 5 years, they are still on sick bed. They are receiving their free treatment from hospital, from home, or they have accident. They disfigured. That's how government will be paying them salary till they die, because they were contributing to the economy when they were strong. So you now paying tax in Nigeria. What is the benefits that is waiting for you? This is what you have to call the Minister of Revenue in Nigeria. Come, Oga, come. Because this is supposed to be discussed. Now that you have brought mandatory tax to all of us, no problem. What is our benefit? You should be the one to come on television to tell the people those who are paying tax, if you have the evidence of their tax, these are their evidence. What is their benefit of tax paying? You just carry money, give your fellow man. Do you think that this world will live, other human being can intimidate any human being he like? It doesn't exist in abroad. Nobody can intimidate you. Nobody can take what you work for. People are paying tax here because they are paying it because there is free hospital. They are paying it because there is free education. They are paying it, there is security. They are paying it because there is good road. They are paying it because water was piled in everybody's apartment from government. You have 24 hours electricity. That is why they are paying their tax. There is the other one they are paying here. They call it fire insurance. I pay it in my residence where I live. I pay it in my office where I run my business. That fire, this thing is only once in a year, January. January now, I have paid my own. I have paid my own, both where I live and my office. I paid the two. Once every year. And that one, you attach it with your rent. That time you are going to pay your rent in a bank. Either your house rent or your office rent. The paper will always come every January. You pay it. If you fire burn your office, everything that is inside that office, government will refund it. If you fire enter your house, your resident, because of you are paying that money, everything that get burned or get damaged in that house, government will refund it. Government will write check. They will come. They will say, okay, his refrigerator, his fridge burned. His cylinder got burned. Wardrobe got burned. Television got burned. Air condition got burned. Fan got burned. They will list everything that they find the evidence in that house. They will write the check, hand over to you. You go and replace your property. That is for fire. It's not that fire got into your house here. You begin to cry. I've lost everything. No. That's why when fire is here, everybody, except those who are not paying it, I pay all those things because nobody knows tomorrow. There are people who are so ignorant. Manipulation is everywhere. They don't want to pay. And government is not asking them. Tax here. If you pay, you no pay. Government is not after that. Do you know what will happen? Just pray. Just pray. Let nothing happen to you. If anything happen to you, your family will be caring for you. Government is not there. Because if you go, the only thing, the benefit you get is what? Treatment. Free treatment. Either you pay tax, you no pay tax. Everybody is entitled to free medical care. So you will be seeking, government will be treating you, but know that you don't have money to survive. Now you now know where you get money because you're not paying tax. That is automatically right. Except you have a good lawyer, then that one is under consideration. Lawyer now will not go and be begging government, okay, let us rule him in. But the only salary you will be getting is benefit, national, that one they call social benefit. That is your right. That one I call 680 reais. They will be given to you. That is $200. That's 200,000 naira every month. They will be given to you. That one is their social money. But somebody who pays tax, that his own is not social benefit. His own is government salary direct into your account. So Nigerians who make salary compulsory, are you making salary compulsory? What is the benefit of those that will pay the salary, that will pay the tax? Or you make it salary just to put their money inside your pocket? If they suffer accident, government won't pay them salary. No hospital to treat them free. So what are you paying salary? What are you paying tax for? No individual in Nigeria is supposed to pay 1 kobo as a tax to Nigeria government. Because if you pay tax to Nigeria government, which means you are just putting your money into bucket of fraud. Because what are you paying it for? What are they doing with oil money? What are they doing with gas? What are they doing with gold? They are mining. Is your children going to school for free? The answer is no. Are you going to hospital for free? The answer is no. Do you have security? The answer is no. Is government water running in your house? The answer is no. Then what are you paying your tax? I am paying my tax because all these things I named is what gives me the appetite and the right to pay my tax to the government. Knowing that I have benefit in future. That's why I'm paying, and I'm paying it. If I refuse to pay, they will not arrest me. I will not go to jail. But the problem is, something must hit me that I myself will regret why I did not pay that money to government. Now me go regret, not be them. There are something that our people didn't know in this country before. I begin to teach our young men who came into this country. There was time one of our brother want to marry one person. I said, this lady you want to marry, go and investigate his record with government. He said, I said, don't marry blindly in abroad, because I said abroad is not a place to marry blindly. I said that is why even their women, before they agree to date you or to marry you, that's why they ask questions. They will ask you, what are you doing for a living? Where do you work? Where do you do this? You will not tell them your work. You will not tell them they want to know if you are among the responsible people in the country. Because if anything happened to you, you die. That lady, government will be paying the lady for her entire life because of you. But if you are not paying this tax, that lady is empty. Do you think that white people are stupid? I asked that our brother, I said, this lady you want to marry, go and investigate if this lady is useful to the government or not. Is among those people who are fooling themselves. I said, investigate her. When they come, I asked the lady some few questions. I asked her, I said, where do you work? I discovered that there's all these lazy ones that doesn't want to work. He just specialized on the benefit he's getting from government. I called this our brother. I said, those are the gachọrọ nwaanyị na-eme gịnị, nwaanyị na-arụ ọrụ, nwaanyị na-arụ la company, or nwaanyị nwere personal business ndị apụtas gachọrọ ya. Ama m ji agwa, I know what I'm telling you. That's the benefits of tax. That's the reason why the Europeans pay tax. That's the reason why Americans pay tax. That's the reason why the Asians pay tax, because of the benefit that is behind the tax. What is the benefit behind Nigerian tax? Nothing. So why are you why why do you want to give your money to Nigerian government? For what? For them to continue to fund terrorism. That's what they want to use their money for. They will continue to fund finance terrorists. Because Nigeria government is Fulani terrorists. Nigeria government is Fulani terrorists. Fulani terrorists is Nigeria government. You can never separate them. They are in the same mission. Forget about IPOB have reported them now. Heat is doing everybody. They are not acting as if they are not together. They are together. If you see Fulani terrorists, you have seen Nigeria government. If you see Nigeria government, you have seen Fulani terrorists. If you say that I am giving a negative narrative, I will prove it to you by what happened in the East. IPOB was fighting against Fulani terrorists, while the governors in the East is fighting against IPOB. Instead of them to support IPOB against the terrorists, they are supporting the terrorists. Did the IPOB or ESN go after normal Easterners? No. Did the IPOB or ESN go after the Hausas living in the East, living in the town, doing their business, selling their sugar, rented house, live among the Easterners? No. Who did IPOB, ESN went after? Terrorists living in the bush, raping our mother. But as soon as they go and find them, our governors mobilize army to go and fight ESN. What happened in Benue? When the Benue citizens will go and fight the terrorist Funanis, Benue governor will mobilize army to go after those who fight the Funanis. Plateau State, the same thing. When the Plateau, some group of youth will say enough is enough, they engage the Fulani terrorists. Plateau State governor will mobilize army to go after those who engage the Fulanis. Thank God, even this one senator have tendered that report. Every report IPOB presented about this genocide against the indigenous Nigeria and the Christians in Nigeria, because the people that is the target is two targets. The Fulani, Boko Haram, ICC, controlled by all the whole Fulani senators and the Fulani governors and Fulani ministers. Because, let me tell you something, including Dankote, they are all funding these terrorists. You may think it's a lie. You may think whatever you want to think. They will say, Lion man, don't mention him. No. I have to mention him because I know what I'm talking about. They are off. You see, no Fulani is exceptional in funding these terrorists. All the whole Fulani billionaire and the millionaire and the government officers, they are funding this mission. The mission is to slaughter the indigenous people of Nigeria. Let us occupy the Nigeria. Then kill those who are not ready to be converted into Islam. So Christian genocide and indigenous genocide is what Nigeria government is championing. Do you understand me? That's what Nigeria government is championing. So, for those who want to call in, the line is open. You can call in, or I call it a day. For those who want to call in and share some idea, the number is pinned there. That is the number. You can call in the number. The line is officially open. If everybody have understand what I teach here today and they are satisfied, I don't think there is need for calling. Or for those who want to ask questions regarding the struggle, you can call and ask your question in regards of the struggle and air your view towards that. We will continue to do what we need to do, the awareness to open our people's eye. This is what IPOB will continue to do, where we keep on pushing for the freedom of everybody. We are pushing for the freedom of the Yorubas. We are pushing for the freedom of the Hausas. We're also pushing for the freedom of Fulanis. Because when Nigeria disintegrates, the monster that the Fulanis created will consume them. The same children they are using for terrorism will turn that gun against them. Where is the... Okay, that is... Wait, I'm coming. I will play one audio of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I will play one audio of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wait.
No word that
when I was in detention at DSS, one of the officers that usually take me to court, one very fine, handsome man, he's from Borno State. He said to me, do you know I am a Christian and I am indigenous to Borno? I didn't come from anywhere else. My ancestors, our village, we have been there for millennia. Do you know that? I said, no, I don't know. He said, the mistake people make is that lumping everybody from the north together. They're either Hausa or they're Fulani. That I'm mistaken. This is a DSS officer trying to lecture me. I said, okay, I understand. And he said to me, when he was bringing me back from the court, he said to me, our problem is not with Biafra, not with you, but if you go, what is going to be our fate? The only reason why we have not been slaughtered or forcibly converted to Islam is the presence of Igbo people everywhere in Nigeria. A DSS officer confessed to me that it is better for them that we are all suffering in one Nigeria than to allow the East to break away. Because if you go, there will be no buffer anymore. There will be nobody to protect us. We are finished. DSS officer confessed to me.
Ligo no banheiro. A esposa
Do you
milagrosa
do
de
you
Simples
now
termina ali,
do you
morrendo
now
no
get
vinho impregnado.
do you now get this thing now? Do you get it now? That is the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The encounter he has with DSS officer. And this thing, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said today, or most of you have come across that argument. The same thing a Yoruba man said to me. He said, Lion man, it's not that IPOB is not saying the truth. You see, the proportion time I got shocked. Even some of them will call you secret, they will tell you the truth. He says it's not that IPOB is not saying the truth. He say, especially that man, that's how the Yoruba man put it. He says, especially that your leader, that una man called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You say everything where that man they talk not true. I said, then why are you not supporting it then, since you know that it's true? He said, my brother, we go support him if Igbos go. What do you want make we do? If Igbos go, we go die for hunger. Hunger to kill us. So he want make I come out now, come they support the issue. So that all of you now go come go. You now go leave us. We go come they suffer. The same thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in this audio. What DSS? If you touch any sincere person in the north, even the Fulani, they will tell you the reason why they will not allow the Nigeria to divide. Especially this, you see these Fulani politicians. They know that they have created monster among their race. You see, that's what I always tell people. To build criminal network is very easy. But to dismantle it is where the work is. Do you see how much Malami spend? Do you see how many trillions of naira Malami spend in funding the terrorists in the north? Do you think that Malami funded them intentionally without under pressure? He's under duress. Why Malami was funding them is under threat. This is what people doesn't know. This is the Minister of Justice funding the groups of terrorists. But many people now will tell you that he did it intentionally. No. Malami, I can tell, let me tell you, as a security officer that I am, I will tell you categorically that Malami did it under duress. This is how this thing works. You see now, Ojo Zokalo, who is funding Osare Dokubo to be creating insecurity in the East. Hope Uzodinma, who is funding Osare Dokubo. Charles Soludo, who is funding Osare Dokubo. Do you know that Osare Dokubo will continue to collect money from them till tomorrow? Do you know that Osare Dokubo is, if they no bond them well, when they wake up tomorrow and tell Osare Dokubo they are not going to fund him again. This is the one dangerous thing about funding criminals. As Hope Uzodinma is, anytime Osare Dokubo needs 1 billion, he will just carry a phone, put across. And if Hope Uzodinma didn't pick, he will call his assistant, he will call his PA, he will now drop message. If they avoid that call, he's going to drop message to them and say, tell him to respond to me, or I will implicate him. Do you know the next thing Hope Uzodinma will do? You have to respond to that call. That is exactly what happened to Malami. The information that came to me. What happened to Malami? Malami, because of he had become the participant of this terrorist organization in the north. Then when he got to that post, they now compiled him to be giving them money. They now compiled him to be giving them money. Either he like it or not, he must give them money. And he continued funding them. The same thing that is happening with Osare Dokubo and our politicians. Today, Wike has a amount he gives to Osare every month. Under duress. Wike, Minister of FCT Minister. Hope Osodema has a amount he gives to Osare Dokubo every month under duress. Because the caliphate is backing him up. They have told him, look at how to do it. And anytime this individual refuses to do that thing, you will see their corruption evidence being displayed on air. They will showcase their corruption evidence. Because the caliphate have it through Osare Dokubo. And this is why they will continue to fund him. That is the dangerous thing about these things. It's not to recruit a criminal because in one political position, you just recruit a criminal to achieve it. After recruiting the criminals, do you still have the capacity? Do you still have the capacity to dislodge them? The answer is no. Do you know why Obiano ran away from Anambra and ran to US never to come back again? Because he don't want to keep on funding those he used during his governorship. And that's why he can never come back again. The only thing that will bring Obiano back to Nigeria, go and write it somewhere, which I'm not sure that he will ever come back. The only thing that will bring Obiano back to Nigeria is the disintegration of Nigeria. Because he don't want to fund those he used. He abandoned them and run away. And he's not answering their call. He's not responding to their call. This is how Nigeria has been functioning. Do you know why Benue State Governor is denying genocide? Because the result he used to become a governor in Benue were manufactured by terrorists. Isotam and Sokoto, you know, it's from Sokoto they are manufacturing all the whole electoral result in Nigeria. That's why they are all loyal to Sultan of Sokoto. The terrorists, ICC, Boko Haram, Lakruma, the others, they will just come, they will enter one hall, manufacture millions of votes, result. Then those who are willing to do the deed of the Fulani will come and get the result. They will sell it to them. That is where they brought result and make that idiot in Benue and make him governor. So how can somebody, the terrorists who make you governor, you now come out and say the terrorists are killing? It's not possible. That is why he keep on defending it. Even when the evidence is standing before him, even though when the US representative came and meet him and said, what are you talking about? One of the senators opened his phone. He said, is it not your state? Look at that body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 38 cough. 38 casket is here. This is happening in your state. Benue State Governor was short of word. He was looking like this. You don't know what to say. Imagine when somebody telling you, this is the village in your state. This is the dead body lying down here. The man went again and showed him when they buried 280 corpses in Benue. Mass burial. That one day happened. I think it happened. That thing happened 2020 or 2019. He showed them, Oga, what are you talking? This is evidence here now. The man you call Catholic priest became shut of word. He couldn't say anything. Since that day, he's not saying any word. You don't want camera to see him. You don't want to speak to the camera. You don't want. He's hiding. This is the person you call Christian. This is the person you people call address as priest. Next time, make una go find one pastor. Make una go let him as governor. Ure the whole state overnight. Chire gabafu in the pastor. Don't you see what God? Don't you see what Bible called them? They know you see, no pastor can read that chapter of Bible. Why Bible called them dog? They never get satisfied. Bible address pastors as dog who never get satisfied. More they eat, more they want. More they eat, more they want. That's why I say, I always advise our pastor, the primary prayer you're supposed to be praying, say, God, deliver me from the demon and the spirit of greed. The very day you ordain yourself as a pastor, first evil spirit that enters you is spirit of greed. The day I said it to one pastor, he was shocked. I said, the prayer you should be praying, if you wake up in the morning, put your foot on the stand barefooted. Tell God, God, deliver me from the spirit of greed. Don't let greed overwhelm my life. He said, why? I said, that is a curse standing before every pastor. Greed. I said, what is written in Bible? Bible addresses pastors as what? Dog who never gets satisfied. More they eat, more they want. More they eat, more they want. I said, if you are praying this prayer and you will be able to resist the spirit of greed, I say you are champion, you are made. The Benue State governor who is hiding Christians genocide in Nigeria, defending it out of personal interest. What is this personal interest for? I think he is for God and God alone, because that is the meaning of Reverend Father. Reverend Fathers and Reverend Sisters, they are not like other Pentecostal pastors who has family. When I was small, I understand that anybody who is a Reverend Father or a Reverend Sister is a sacrifice given to God. Sacrifice donated to God outrightly from the family. Or have that thought changed? I was asking somebody, I said, why is Reverend Fathers these days need money? What are they needing money for? Did they have wife? Did they have children? What are they needing? Why are they that is why in abroad, Reverend Fathers, they live in a quarter. They don't even live in an apartment. They live like a, what do you call it? This boarding student. That's how they live. Are they looking at the Reverend Father? Are they living in an apartment with who? Who are they going to live there with? Did they have private? Only man who have access to women are the only person that need privacy. In other way, to exercise his sexual practice. But somebody who has nothing to do with woman, what does he need? What does he need privacy for? With who? Let us tell ourselves the truth. I am bringing the real message of Reverend Fatherhood and the Reverend Sistershood. I am bringing, and as I'm saying this, many people of this knowledge, they will say, nah, this man, he just brings something we have forgotten. That time in Igbo land, this is how they produce reverend. That's why Igbo people have more reverend fathers in Nigeria, in Africa, more than any other place in Africa. Igbo people has the more reverend father. Because Igbos give birth much. That time, our parents give birth to 9 children, 10 children. Look at how it is done. If you give birth to 9 to 10 children, you take one and go and donate to the church, to Catholic. That one you donate, if it is a woman, it becomes Reverend Sister. If it is a man, it becomes Reverend Father. If you, not 9, if you born 10 children, you pick one and go and donate to church. They say, this family have sold one of their children to God. They have given it to God. I know when I was small, there are women who have 12 children in Ngwa. They pick 2 and go and donate to Catholic Church. In my village, and Catholic Church took care of those two people from that family. Until one of them, after school, that one refused to be to accept as Reverend Father. But the other one now still remained there. That is how Reverend Father is being produced. It's not that time when hardship have entered into Nigeria. Then people now begin to run. They will say, let us go, what they call it, this school in Catholic. People, that's how many people. That's why you now get Reverend Fathers who are not sincere. That is when you begin to, people who enter there because of their parent does not have money. Their parent does not have money to fund them in school. They now hide there. That is when corruption enter into Reverend Fathershood. But originally, how Reverend Fathers are produced in Igbo land is you born 10 children, you take one to go and donate to Catholic Church. And that one you donate has no inheritance to inherit from his father's house. Go and ask anybody. They now take his name out from the family. They say it belongs to God. No father's inheritance will be shared to him. But today, Reverend Father are sharing father's inheritance in Igbo land. Many things to talk about. You know, all this is many people have forgotten. Nobody remember these things. Seminary, theological school, yeah. Thank you for putting me right on this. But one day I was asking, they said, Reverend Father need money. I said, what is Reverend Father needing money for? But one day I asked that question. Who need they go for? Reverend Father, what is he needing money now for? Does he have family? He has a children that is training. Now, and I remember that most of them, they all have children somewhere. They all have wife keep somewhere. So they are training. They need the money to fund their family. You know, onye kwu ezoku asipota ka egbo. All he knows, especially in Nigeria. Onye kwu ezoku ase bring him, let us execute him, let us crucify him. Who told him to say so? Any father, any reverend, like you see that Benue priest, He has family somewhere. That's why he is so desperate in power. Any reverend father with Morgan, this money, they has family somewhere. Don't be deceived. I challenge one contribute money for reverend father. I say, for what? What is he need money for? Lion man, we need money because I need money because children are there. And there are times as a man, I may need money to go and flesh myself. Side chick are there. I know talk about woman, I don't say so. I don't get side chick. Before I will be pursued out of house. Yes, just side chick are there. So you will need money to maintain the life. Reverend father that need money, what is he needing money for? OJ making Only design. Is Reverend father wearing design? Okwagana kole ke hoje game. Agara achetre more gown. Yale you when would from Monday to Monday. Opposite you when would good go game. You see this word. The day you will drag truth, I say, let us talk truth today. Many people will run away. That's why I like Trump. You see how US is running hater-scatter. Everywhere is hot in US. Because the man with the truth has come into the power. That is you know, when IPOB started, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu began to say the truth, what did the Igbo politicians say? He want to cause problem. I never forget those words. IPOB want to cause problem. Do you know why? They are right. Anywhere corruption has been established, evil has taken place, anybody bringing righteousness is the enemy. He want to cause problem. So IPOB want to cause problem. Yes, it's true. I admitted it. Yes, they are right. Because we are bringing truth where truth does not exist. So definitely that truth must stand as trouble. This is exactly what happened to IPOB. Whenever you bring in truth where lies has foundation, just know that you are bringing trouble. Bear it in mind that you are bringing trouble. That's also when they say IPOB is bringing trouble. I say yes, we are bringing trouble. True. I never argue it. I say you are right. We are bringing trouble. I even confront one pastor. He say, IPOB is bringing trouble. I say, Pastor, you are right. We are bringing trouble. He was maybe expecting me to argue with him. I said, no, you are right. We are bringing trouble. I said, the trouble we are bringing is that because we are bringing truth where lies has become a culture. So, Pastor, you are right. The man was ashamed of himself. I said, yes. He said, Bro, Lion Man, come. He said, there is nothing somebody said that you don't have answer. I said, IPOB is bringing trouble. I said, is there anything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that is not true? He said, well, it's true. I said, is there anything IPOB is doing that is not true? He self admitted, he said it's true. I said, then why do you say that we are bringing trouble? He said, because the same person said, because, you know, this country and everybody must not talk what you see. You see, do you see how he just used his hand to promote what he condemned? You don't dare. I say, you say what? You don't dare say what you see. I say, okay, that is why the thing has become culture. Thank God now you know that you don't dare say what you see. Even in a church today in Nigeria, you don't dare tell people the atrocity your pastor is committing. If you do it, the entire congregation will castigate you. They will tell you that God, Satan have entered you. But the person they are referring as Satan have entered is the person that is speaking the mind of God. It's the person that is speaking the mind of God. IPOB is causing trouble. Yes, we are causing trouble. Because we brought truth inside where lies have become the culture. Today, in Nigeria, IPOB have delivered Christians from one scam that is very common. Today, that scam is no more in the church. That is what effort of IPOB. Before, on Sunday morning, if you open church channels, we'll not go hear something. We'll not go hear word of God. No pastor was preaching word of God again. What we'll be hearing is miracle, 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 miracle. No word of God. When I noticed this, and I said, no, we have to do something. We don't have to go this way. I said, we have to revive the church back so that people will not be running away from church. Do you know why many people, especially the youth of this generation, do you know why they drop from going to church? Because it is our pastor who pursue people from church. But they will do it finish. They never know when they were dismantling the church. They were busy dismantling the church, ridiculing the church, unknown to them. Because church is not a place of financial miracle. God has nothing to do with that. If you want to be a millionaire, either you are educated, learn some skill to manufacture something that will be pushed into society for service, to give service to the society. When they are patronizing those things, money will come. That is money miracle. Or you are in a business, transacting business, money will be coming. That is money miracle. Money miracle can never come by utterance or by prayer. It doesn't exist. You must engage in something that will bring money. It is called giving service to the society. The society will be paying for the service. Money will be entering your account. That is the money miracle. Or you are a gambler. You play gamble. Either you win or you lose. If you win, that is money miracle. Because you participated in gambling. You play. God, maybe your luck shine. Money miracle. Miracle money can never come by prayers. So when we now begin to see this thing, they say, money don't enter my account. I will pray, I will open heaven, money. I said, no, this is scam. Get these pastors arrested. Interrogate them, send them to prison. Nigeria government said no. Because them and the pastors are together. And as earlier as 2012, when this miracle of the lame, pastor, as we are praying, this man have never walked from his bed. Now he is walking. They carry one wheelchair, they lift it up. Wheelchair is lifted up. He is free, he's walking now. I look at it. I am a very committed Christian. I look at it, I said, let us stop this thing. This is falsehood. No man on earth can make the cripple walk. The only people who can make cripple walk, like this abroad here, if he born a child and they run tests from the kid, because that time, I think after 3 months, they will take the child to run scan about every organ in the child body. They will discover even that time, olden days is when you have this dumb in abroad. Today, it hardly make you see dumb children who doesn't speak. It doesn't exist. That time, when they never get to that technology, many children run dumb. They don't speak. But today, do you know that if you give birth in abroad, 3 months they will take that child to scan. They will put the child inside the child machine. Every organ of that child. If that child will be crippled, immediately they come out. Doctor will tell you that this child will be crippled. We have to operate the leg. They will operate the leg when that child is small. Remove those things that will make the child crippled. When the child will be growing, the child will walk. That is the only way the cripple can walk. If that child can never talk, they will operate the tongue when that child is small. When the child grow, you begin to talk. They prevent all, and this is for free, or nobody is paying anything. They will correct that error when that child is small. Can the lame walk? Yes, through the medical professionals. Can the dumb speak? Through the medical professionals. Not by no. It's scam. Then when we now said this nonsense should stop, if you deliver, give us the address of the person, all of them run away. You see, this is how to tackle the lies. Give me evidence. But when we started that in new, people say, hey, IPOB is attacking church. IPOB. But today, everybody is enjoying that church. Church, the drama of that fake miracle have left the church. Church now is sanitized. We don't see Paul Aleche carrying crutches on his shoulder again. Business of crutches is gone. Imagine a very handsome man like Paul Aleche now turning himself into a madman, carrying crutches like this every Sunday, running up and down in the church, gradually turning himself into a madman. But today we have delivered him. He's no longer carrying the crutches. Suleiman is no longer carrying wheelchair. Today, that one, I don't know what is wrong with that one. Whether that one is running mad, in worry. Omotoshe. Jeremiah Omofufuyi. Yeah. Jeremiah Omofufuyi. That one. I look at that one, I say, are you sure that this man is mentally healthy? Because it's only madman who can be doing this kind of thing at this generation. Selling stone, selling sand, selling anything sellable. Anything sellable. Mazi Patrick. Anyway. Mazi Patrick, call this now, call phone number. Because if you call my messenger, the program will pause. So this has been the problem. Today, church is regaining their trust back through the effort of IPOB. Church is regaining their trust back. Because people have got what we said before is the reality. We said church is not a place to seek for financial miracle. It's not the place for healing. If you are sick, go to hospital. Church is simply for a place where they will use the word of God to nurture you so that you will know what is bad and what is good. You will know that you don't have to treat your fellow human being in a wicked manner. God is against it. I said, this is what the purpose of church, to channel our mindset, to control our mind from doing bad things. This is the purpose of church, nothing else, nothing more. Worship God, give God thanks, dance, feel happy. This is what church is all about. Nothing attached to it, no riches attached to it, no other blessing attached to it. It's just purely to give God glory and nurture our brain to know the bad and the good. And that is why society gets more evil. Because when the church abandoned the primary teaching of teaching the children bad and good, they now focus on miracle. Nobody will even bother any longer about knowing what is bad and what is good. Everybody now, you will see somebody, you will see a lady leaving hotel where he went and practiced hookup. Even on Saturday, where they were going, you will see choir member leaving hotel room where she went to practice prostitution, where they have paid her in the morning. He will use the money, put inside her handbag, change clothes, direct from hotel to church. When he reach church, he will go and pay tithe with that money. Because the consciousness is no more there. She's not feeling guilty anymore because the pastor is not teaching her how to be guilty of her action. What the pastor is focusing is, she shall be blessed this week. This week, what you did not work for will come for you. Those people that have rejected you will call you. People now begin to lose their consciousness. You see IPOB, anywhere you see IPOB, respect them. They have fought a kind of fight that I never dreamed that any black African can fight. And watch out, as soon as Biafra is restored, you will see how Africa will be liberated. Because this mentality I see in IPOB members, they will continue it. You think they will stop? Think if Biafra come, they are going to drop that mentality? No. This is why some of our politicians are panicking. Because they know that these people will never stop their mentality. Mentality of pure transparency and righteousness must stand. That is how country grow. And God bless you all. For those who are going to church, I still have time. I can go to church today. I still have time. I start this broadcast on time. Yeah, good. I still even have more than what to prepare to go to church. I'll go to church today anyway. So please, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom, don't run away from church. For those of you who have been there, don't run away. You are the change the church need. If you run away from the church, which means the change will not come. I always tell somebody, before you change something, it must belong there. Keep on telling your pastor the truth. Tell them the truth. If you see any manipulation on your pastor, after church, carry that freedom spirit. Freedom fighting spirit is everywhere. Carry that spirit, enter his office. Tell pastor, 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 ihe email in a church. Or ihe email in a church. Go on, don't man or emele again. Don't do it again. If the pastor tell you don't come to my church again for telling him the truth, next Sunday, take your bath and go there. Tell the pastor you can never drive me out here. Challenge him. Tell him, you see this church, you can never drive me out. I didn't come here to worship you. I come here to honor my God. Challenge him. Don't run away. Running away simply means you want others who are there to be misled. No, you now you are running away because you have known the truth. Why are you running away? carry that virtue of truth and dish out there. That is the change you need. Like the same thing I told some other people. IPOB, leadership. I said, stop being arguing blindly. If you see anything that is wrong in IPOB, you don't need to go out. You want freedom? You say yes. You have to be there and point out that thing. That is how things are done. Be there and point out that error that you see. That error you notice, point it out with evidence. Yeah? Lion man, come. This thing is not good in IPOB. Oh, okay. Okay. One name go show me that thing. You should show me that thing. If you show me, I will not look at it. So okay, this is okay. My brother, what can we do to change it? But that time you run away, you are not doing it again. I ask you, say, what they are doing there, this thing is. Do you think that I will be interested in changing that thing you see that make you run away? No. I will count it as you are not serious. But if you are there, you say, Lion man, let us change this thing. I will not think about it. I will not look at it. Is it not the same thing many people said in IPOB? They say, okay, this finance of giving one person in charge of finance is not good. And many people who appointed that thing as error made by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are there today. And the IPOB changed that strategy. It's okay. In finance of IPOB, we're supposed to have Department of Finance. Department of Finance. People who will belong to that group will be people who will be monitoring and overviewing anything finance. When you leave it in hand of one person, there is possibility of corruption. But when the person, okay, let me say I'm the chairman of the finance, and you have other people are appointed to view you or to monitor you, do you think I will have the courage to take one kobo from there? Because if I take one kobo there, they will know. And they will come to me and say, Lion man, why did you take this money? What that money is made for? If I tell them, they will go and call their coordinator. Coordinator, this man take this money. I hope you report to rep. Because that's how I work. I hope you report to rep. Rep will now call the DOS. DOS, this person, they said, look at the report I'm getting. You people should call Lion man and ask him where. DOS will now call. I will not give account of that money. Do you see now that I cannot practice corruption at ease as I want? Even though when the spirit entered me, I will now know that people are watching me, people I'm answerable to somewhere. But this one, that this thing is in this person's hand, nobody dare ask anything. If you ask anything, you are saboteur. Then the woman grow wind. If he asks her, he say, you don't have right to ask me. Because the woman now have feel that yes, it is her right to do whatever she wants with the money. Corruption will now enter. So in conclusion, if you want to change something, you have to belong to that place and change it. If you run away, nobody can change it. That thing you see that make you run away, if you run away, that thing will remain like that. Because everybody, sense where my own sense, where my own attention is focused is not where your own attention is focused. That's human being for you. I may be focusing on another thing, and you are dragging me to come and focus here. I will not be interested in that thing. But if you are focused there and draw my attention while you are there, you keep on hitting it. When I pay attention to siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you watch me, since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been kidnapped, when I notice the game they are playing with Nigeria government. I would have said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu siblings is working with Nigeria government. But today everything is playing. What I've been shouting for, because I pay my attention there, I say, these people is working with Nigeria government, and the mission is just to what? To collapse IPOB. Today, that thing is pure truth. Nothing more but truth. But there are people, their attention is not there. But my attention is there. I keep on drawing attention of the public. 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 Some of them say you are attacking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu indirectly. You know, criminals, they know how to twist somebody's mission. And that is why, when I see that they want to twist it, I say, yes, if you call it attack, I accept it. Because you don't argue with the criminals. I say, if you call it attack, or you take my message to him, tell him I am attacking him. If that will be the solution, tell him that a lion man is attacking him. Because I am talking about what the siblings are doing. Another way to shut me down. You're not saying I am attacking Mazi Nnamdi, and you think I'm afraid. And I say, okay, no problem. If you call it attack on Mazi Nnamdi, in fact, go and tell him that the lion man is attacking him. And immediately I begin to respond to that. I say, go. I say, what are you waiting for? Go and tell him. All of them run away. Because I have given them the answer they think that I may be afraid for. I say, go and tell him. So that when they come out, let him come and confront me and say, you were attacking me, you are hereby expelled out of IPOB. Also, I expelled out of IPOB. Thank you, sir. Be the change. Bring righteousness wherever you are. This is what we are known for as Igbo people, as Biafran people. Anywhere you are, be the change. Bring the change. Don't run away from responsibility. Be bold enough, be brave enough to bring this change and establish this change. God bless you all, and may Chukwu Kikabiyama bless our new week. This week we enter. For those of you who have skill, who have handwork, who are working, may God bless the works of your hand. For those of you who does not have anything doing, go and find something doing, because God does not bless an idle hand. If anybody tell you that God blesses idle hand, that person is lying to you. Are you going to come and take my own blessing that I'm working hard for God to bless? You can never rob me of my own blessing. So in this new week, go and find something doing. If you are in abroad, you look for work, you don't see work. Go and beg money, get buckets. Go and get ice block, carry water to go and sell on the hold up. Yes. Stop hanging your shoulder in the name of, who are you hanging shoulder for? Go and sell water in the street. Or go and buy charcoal. Go and be roasting corn on the roadside and make your money. Or you get pot, cook corn and be selling corn on the roadside. People who are selling it are making money. So don't tell me, and no local government chairman is coming to disturb you or take money from you. This is what I thought. That's the benefit of abroad. But if in Nigeria, if you sell it finish, local government will come and collect their money, collect your gain. But this one, if you sell finish, your gain remain with you. Nobody's taking anything from you. No tax force is telling you to give them money for daily hawking. No. You say waiting. You hope I will not join the expel. Well, Mazi, you don't know how many years I've been in this broadcast. Nobody can tell you today in IPOB that I have said something, then later apologize. That is how to know consistent people. Before you do, you think well. I have never rendered any apology in this journey since 2016 till now. I never rendered. How many years now? Roughly 10, going to 10 years. I've never rendered any apology because I don't talk anyhow. I will tell you the truth. I will throw away my eye. If you don't like it, at the end of the day, now you go call me and say, Lion man, I'm sorry for challenging you for what you said that time. Not me go call you and say, I'm sorry for what I said. I didn't know what I said. No. I don't say what I don't know anyhow. When I start calling out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu siblings, calling everything I said about them, everybody have seen it. Everybody have seen it. And this is how to know somebody who is consistent. Consistency is included when you don't speak what you don't know. You speak what you know. That's why I tell people, don't accuse anybody of what you don't know. I keep on saying it. When I shouted about Agabi, I said, I know Agabi very well. Agabi is one Nigerianist. How can one Nigerianist will be defending Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is talking about Biafra? I said, this man is leading him where he will never come out again. People say, Lion man, hold fire, don't go there, don't call the man, allow him to do his work. I say, which work he want to do? He's not doing any work. I say, if I am talking what I know, don't stop me. The people I am addressing know themselves. They know that I know them. Did he do anything? Where did they lead Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to? He will never have affair. Do you see where they're choking him? I'm back. Forget these people. I mean, I said the truth earlier before every other person will see it. And that is the worst thing. That's why that they will attack me, finish. The same people who attack me will come and beg. Because I will say it when that time everybody is, maybe people are still hoping for maybe something hopeful. I say, when I said, this thing they are not going to come out with any project. Hey, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out next week. Arrangement have made. I say, there are something that Italians, where are those that live in Italy? Do you know this sign in Italy? Do you people know this sign? In Italian language, do you know this sign? When an Italian person do you like this, that means nothing. Nothing is coming out. Anytime you confront an Italian person, he do you like this, just they go. Just know that nothing for you. If an Italian person do like this, that time they don't talk. You know, Italians, they are the most sign language in the world. Italians, they like sign language. They don't talk much. If they see you from far, you can talk to Italian person now from far away by sign. He may even do hand like this. That hand you do like this, Italian man know what he means. He knows what he means. He will reply you, you are already speaking, the language is already gone. Okay, niente. Yes. That means niente, nothing for you. Italians, I like them with sign language. They are the most people. I learned sign language there like no other thing. That's one thing I learned from them. Immediately I said, no, I love this sign language of these people. Italian man go sell you. You are here, they use sign to sell you, collect your money. they will sell you, collect the money without speaking any single word. This one will do this one, this one will do this one. Only head. He may even scratch his head like this. He's telling you they are speaking, but you don't know. This one will scratch it, this one will scratch it, which they are speaking, they are past the language they want to pass. No word speaking, only sign. Ndewonu. God bless you all.